Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Pre-Market Prep. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Hopefully you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, John. How you doing today, my friend?
Carlos, what's up? I'm doing good.
Good, man. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. As you know, Peter is off today, so John will be covering for us this morning. Quick look at our gappers list, friends. We do have a couple of stuff in the green, not so much in the red. Just one. We do got some big names that are gapping down that are not showing on this list right now. I know Tesla's pulling back 1.3, Nvidia 1.5, and some other tech companies showing a little bit of red there. But they're still within that 2%. So they're not showing up here if you're looking for those at the moment. But we'll of course, we love those tickers. We'll look at those too. They've been really amazing to day trade over the last couple of weeks. So guess what? They'll be on my list today again. But before we jump on this list, let's take a look at our U.S. economic calendar. John, what do we have going on for today?
Today we got, just now we had durable goods orders and core durable good orders released. Those numbers are out. So it looks like durable goods came in at 0.9% versus an expectation of negative 1%. And I don't see the market reacting much at all to that. So this must not be the biggest economic news of the month or the quarter. But yeah, I think that's a little bit of good news for the economy, but we're just not getting much of a reaction.
Yeah, I don't see much. Looking at the SPY here, had GameStop up, obviously the stock that's heavily in play today. Here's the SPY not doing a whole lot, so pretty quiet for the most part. All right, so we'll see how that plays out, and as those other stuff.
I forgot the rest of the stuff. We have some. That's all we have this morning, right? Yeah, and then Fed speakers, 10 a.m. Minneapolis Fed, and 1:10 St. Louis. So we'll see. I don't expect that to move stuff much either, to be honest with you. But that's what's on tap for today.
Yeah, I don't expect that to do much damage. But you just never know, man. Just never know. Just be aware of it if you're in a trade. Like if you're not in a trade, it doesn't really matter. If you're in a trade, I think that's when it matters the most, right? You want to make sure that you're not putting yourself in a bad situation. But you know, if you're not in a trade, wait for the reaction and see if there's an opportunity for you to take something on it. Good morning, guys, over on YouTube. Ian, good morning, CFCO. You guys, Kevin, expiring day trader. Good morning to you all. Also, good morning to our friends over in chat. Megan in there, one of our moderators. So yeah, awesome stuff. All right, let's take a look at our gappers list. We'll start with the first one on deck this morning. We have MLGO. So let's start with that one, MLGO. This is micro algo, which over the last couple of days has been making a lot of noise. So you can see it here on the daily. Let me make sure that's what I have up. Yep, on the daily you can see there's just a lot of action. Started 3 trading days ago, and today we're seeing some more of that, up 14%. 2.9 million shares traded. It is hard to borrow with interactive brokers at the moment, and it's also on SSR. So given the sell-off it had yesterday, I mean, look at this thing yesterday, $20 is the high, around 20, and the low is 9. I mean, this is rocking, man. John, I'm not sure if there's anything new to this one. Again, just kind of continuing off the last couple of days as it's been moving higher here.
No, it's just ripples in the pond. You know, it's day 3, I guess, of the big move, which was prompted by a share offering. It almost seems like a crazy reaction for that kind of news, but yeah, it's just continuing to ripple, and it'll maybe be it should be tradable today. I'd keep an eye on it and see if it offers something. What's the float on this thing, Carlos?
It's a low one, man. This is sitting at 9.7, so it is a very low flow here off trading terminal. Right. .com. So you want to be careful with it, but even as a low flow, man, I had it on my list 2 days ago just to watch it. I'm gonna have it today again because it does look very interesting. I think it's worth having on the list. So again, I'm not a low flow trader. Usually we don't focus on low flow stocks, but I think this one, everything about it in the daily, I mean, looks very, very interesting. So I'll add it to my list. Again, more of entertainment purposes. If it's going to be traded or not, that's yet to be seen. So All right, let's get to the elephant in the room, GME, my friend. So GME this morning up 13.3, 3.7 million shares traded. Again, so much history on this stock after the meme action and trading and squeezes and roaring kitty, all the good stuff. But today they're up 13.3, 3.7 million shares traded. Peter, I keep saying Peter, but John, what's your thoughts on it?
Well, they had a nice beat earnings yesterday after the close. Nice beat on revenue or earnings per share, I should say, 30 cents per share versus 9 estimated, and they did miss on revenue. But I guess the big news was they announced its board has unanimously approved a plan to buy Bitcoin with its cash, kind of following in the footsteps of MicroStrategy, perhaps. Getting into this Bitcoin thing. That's it's always exciting news. I don't know how that'll play out for the company. I know we talked a lot after the close yesterday. We had the live on YouTube earnings discussion, and we talked a lot about how they might have achieved those earnings per share. I'm not sure that's from selling used video games anymore, as opposed to perhaps something else, or Funko Pop toys or whatever. But they're allegedly making some money and getting into Bitcoin, so it should be fun today. It's nice to see GameStop come back to life every so often, and it's up 13.5%. So
yeah. So well past the expected move that we had yesterday after that crypto announcement, right? And they're sitting on cash. I mean, this company is probably one of the reasons they're surviving. They're sitting on cash. I could imagine their overhead is so low because, again, if you look at GameStop, their retail stores, they're all very small. Like they're in the corner of the mall where they probably can't get any other retailer to fit there. There's GameStop, and they probably cut good deals for that. But I don't know how these guys are still surviving with.
Actually, an interesting price is sitting at right now, Carlos. If you look in the daily chart on GameStop, there's a pop that Jared mentioned yesterday, happened back on February 14th on Valentine's Day, that took the price up to close to $29, and it's sitting right around there now. So it'll be interesting to see where it decides to go. 27.50 was a big level that Jared talked about as well. Kind of had to break out of there to get funky, and that's where it settled at the close yesterday. The close, like the 8 p.m. no more trading after hours close. It settled right at 27.50, that level he was talking about. Obviously, here in the pre-market, it busted out. It went higher than that February 14th high, but now it's come back to settle down around there. So some fun levels on. I'm sure you'll get to that later, but should be fun to watch.
I recall Jared mentioning this last night, and we slammed above the almost to 30. So yeah, we're looking forward to it, man. This is going to be a good one for us this morning. So GameStop definitely on the list, and then we'll see how that plays out. This is going to be on my primary list this morning. All right, back to the list. Here we have Chewy, CHWY. We've seen this trader many times on this stock many times on our list, but normally I don't watch it. I don't end up watching it. So today they're up 4.2, 800,000 shares traded. So we got a little bit of volume. Again, the day looks a little bit messy, but today they're moving. They're getting some decent action so far. So what's your thoughts on this one and any news over on Chewy?
Did have some news. I thought it was appropriate this morning. I'd have my dog read off the news for Chewy. Fred, go ahead, buddy.
Let's go, Fred. Get it.
Come on, practice this. Oh, he's just blinking at me.
Oh, he's a camera shy now, huh?
He's getting stage fright. Yeah. Okay. So Chewy had earnings, reported core income in the fourth quarter that topped expectations. Bolstered by a solid uptick in demand, the CEO said our performance was underpinned by strong active customer growth. Let's see. We had revenue coming in at 124 million versus 118 expected. Sales up for almost 15% year over year. So Chewy's looking good, man. People keep taking care of their doggos, and I know the feeling because I never thought I'd pay so much for dry dog food in my life. But love of an animal is a funny thing, so we continue to pump money into things like Chewy.
Absolutely. Dogs and babies, they'll get you broke.
They'll get their money.
Oh yeah. All right. What else? Let's see. Over train terminal, we have the next one on here is the last one, a DLTR. So this one doesn't trade very well. DLTR. Dollar Tree, again, very light volume. You can see here on the daily too. It's just not a whole lot of action. This morning they got a little bit more than usual at 780,000. They're up 2.8, but again, I'm not interested, man. This stock, every time I watch, it's just so bad. The lack of volume and the spread tends to be pretty bad. So, John, I'm not sure what's causing them to be. It's a slight gap up, right? I'm not sure what's causing
Yeah.
them to move today.
They had an earnings beat as well, but the bigger news is they're going to offload Family Dollar, the other dollar store, to a couple capital management firms. So they're getting rid of some of their brand, I guess. I forgive me for not knowing. I did not know Dollar Tree and Family Dollar were the same thing. That makes a lot of sense. Should have suspected that.
I
But yeah, they're
didn't
going to get
know.
rid of that Family Dollar business for $1
I
billion
did
bucks.
not know that. Yeah, yeah. I gotta look up Family Dollar. Oh yeah, it's just looking up the signs. Oh yes, I think I seen these.
Isn't that funny?
I
You
think.
recognize the sign? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the
Definitely seen
yellow one,
Dollar
right?
Tree. No, it's. I thought it was yellow, but when I looked it up, this looks brown. So I'm like, I think, because I'm not sure now.
What's the yellow one? I know there's a yellow dollar store.
I was expecting yellow. I was not expecting this brown
Uh,
looking like thing here. Yeah, so again, didn't know it was that many. Here's the one I was looking at, Family Dollar. Again, I don't think I don't think I've seen. I seen the
Dollar
yellow
General.
one.
Dollar
Yeah.
General. That's the yellow one.
Oh, okay, so many of these. But yeah, did not know they were associated with other ones. Makes perfect sense here. Again, for us, it's just trace horrible. Even with this news, this good news for them, right? Offloading some possible expenses there, cutting back on cost, but it's brutal. So I'm gonna move on. Actually, moving on. There's really no more on the gap up list right now. So we'll see if that continues to develop as we move into our pre-market session here. But John, as far as I know you have your style of looking at your 12 tickers or several couple of tickers. Is there anyone sticking out today that you like more than the others?
It's a flat day, kind of a flat and mixed. On my top 12, it's a mix of red and green, and none of them are. Well, I take it back. So Nvidia's down 1.6. It's not huge, but it's not insignificant. MU's up 1.7. Tesla's down 1.5. Those are the bigger movers. Among those, Nvidia we know is always interesting. I think Tesla, with its recent run, is will be very interesting to watch. 300's not out of the realm of possibility now because after hours, Tesla actually got up to where'd it go? It got up to 291.19 after the close. That was shortly after the close in the first half hour, and then it's sold off from there. But that's a new precedent. It's been set now that that's achievable. Um, so that's a lot of distance between the current 284 and 291 to play with. So that'll be good. And yeah, just scrolling down my entire secondary list, man, there's not much going on. Everything's real close to flat. So sometimes the market kind of speaks to you about what kind of day it's going to be. It's telling me to probably be cautious.
Yeah, yeah. If we were looking at Tesla as we were doing the live stream yesterday, yeah, it just kept going. I mean, this run after 2 o'clock, I don't know what got into Tesla's pants here, but look at Tesla, it's just taking off into the close. I mean, it's just kept going. This was really nice move there. So we'll see what happens today. Their daily looks awesome, guys. Look at this double bottom here on the daily. So hopefully, you guys took advantage of that. If you were short, looking for 200 on this. Dangerous times right now. This stock is just so unpredictable. It's a very difficult stock to swing. All right, so Tesla on my list. I just added that one. Let's take a look at what's gapping down this morning over at TradingTerminal.com. We only have one, but there's some other ones that are showing some weakness that we're going to pull up here. Here's Saro, Saro. And these guys are down 2.8, 1.8 million shares traded. But what's the float on this? It's 71 million actually. So it's not that low. But it looks trash, man. It looks so garbage here on the daily. I'm not a fan. I don't know what's going on with this one.
Some kind of offering of new shares or something. Policy offering by two of its stockholders of 36 million shares. It's garbage. Garbage news, garbage stock.
Yep. Give
Never
that the
heard.
garbage truck. We'll leave that alone, man. I don't like it. Pre-market daily, everything looks bad on it. So we'll focus on better things for us to look at. All right, that's our gap down. John, you kind of went over to the stuff you like this morning, whether up or down. Anything that might be developing now? And if not, we'll go to the chat room.
On the downside, again, just Nvidia, it just stands out a little bit in that it's down more than other stuff. But the thing is, every day when I look at my top 12, there are certain stocks, that just move a bit more than others. And Tesla is like one of those. And some people are surprised and they'll look at Tesla and be like, oh my gosh, it's down 3%. And it sounds like a lot for some stocks. If Amazon was down 3%, it'd be a big deal. It's nothing for Tesla. So to be down a point or a 1.5%, it's really nothing. It's kind of like being flat for Tesla. So yeah, nothing on the downside at all. Everything is very close to flat. Yeah.
I agree with that. When I was hearing the headline today, the announcer, and I know they got to sound excited, and Tesla's down like 1-2%. I'm like, that's nothing. This stock moves in the double digits sometimes, so this is nothing, right? So yeah, pulling
really
back just a little bit. Yeah.
When you come here every day and you watch these stocks, you gain a different perspective on what's special. And some days Tesla is moving 5%, and it's still there's no news. It just decides to do that. And again, if Google moved 5%, big deal. There'd have to be something causing that, but not necessarily for Tesla and Nvidia to a lesser degree, but in a similar manner.
Yeah, 100%. Great question here, Carlos. Do we use the news catalyst for every trade we take, or what is your thoughts on trading without news? Yeah, so got to be very careful. We look at technicals first, right? So we're looking at our gappers list and seeing what's on here based on the numbers. Then we would like to see, okay, why is this thing moving up or down, right? Some news is garbage, like secondary offerings are trade horrible. We know that from trading so long now, right? So you pick up some news catalysts that are better than others, but the first thing is technicals, right? We'll look at that first, and volume. We have to have volume. So, and then the next thing we look at is stocks that are usually in play. For example, Tesla's not on here, Nvidia's not on here, PLTR's not on here, but we know those stocks lately have been really hot and trading well and giving you great continuation. So we're going to look at those. And we go through stretches, right? Like one point we went through all the AI stuff. Then one time went through a lot of heavy crypto stuff. Then we went through airlines and travel. Like there's different sectors that just go hot for a couple of weeks, sometimes months. Lately it's been tech, man. Tech has been hot with the AI thing for a very long time. Like we're looking at semis almost every day. So you go through these stretches where things become really good to trade. But if you think about it, we've been watching Tesla and Nvidia forever. Because if you look at the stock market, when you're not doing a whole lot, these are the ones that are giving you the moves. Like if I had to pick 3 stocks to watch, it would be Tesla, Nvidia, and probably Apple. That's it. Because yes, you're going to have some days where they're bad, but for the most part, I mean, just look at the daily on Tesla. It looks like a low float the way this thing is moving. Right? So you're going to get action. It's all about being in the right side of the trade and great risk management. So yeah, that's what's going on. But yeah, we could trade without news. Sometimes there is no news and you still can get opportunities. But we go to the technicals first. All right, let's take a look at what the chat likes this morning. What do you guys have on deck and what do you guys like? I'm going to go here, start with our members chat. So I'm just going to pull it up over here so I can see a little bit more clear. And yeah, we'll start with you guys. What do you have? Tesla, we have on deck. Good. OS. Oh, this could be an interesting one. OSRH. What is this? Oh, you're spicy this morning. Who's this? Who sent me this? This is a Will. Feeling spicy today. Okay, that's very nice. So this is up 181%, 32 million shares traded. I could only imagine the flow. I don't have it handy here, but it's got to be pretty low here. Yeah, low flow, risky stock of the day, man. This thing is on fire. We'll try to get what's driving it here today, but yeah, risky pile. If you like this one, be careful.
This is one of the stocks where the float data is not coming up, and that usually means pretty low. Oh,
yeah.
Let me check another site. Let me check.
So low, they're scared to post it.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh man.
No, I can't. No, I don't see any float data for this. No, it's not posted, which usually means low. Trust me. So yeah, that's interesting. Is there news? Nope, I can't find news either. So this is getting funky for some reason. It's fun.
Yeah. No, this is yeah. careful, guys. Very, very risky. Again, I like to watch these for entertainment purposes, so it will be on my list here. I'm not going to put it on the banner below, but I will have it on my list just to see how it goes and how it develops. But it will not be something I'll be trading up 160%. That's pretty nice here. But again, just low flow stock, penny stock, kind of. You want to be careful. All right, let's see. Will's got a partial in already. Yeah, I noticed that sometimes the low flows, they trade better in the pre-market. Once the market opens up, it gets messy once the heavy volume comes in. All right, so we looked at that one. What else? IonQ. I see some people mentioning the quantum stocks today. IonQ. Oh, if I could spell correctly. Let's go here. IonQ. There we go. So this morning we are up 2.8, 700,000. Yeah, I mean, they've been trading really great this month, right? If you see here on the daily, they've been just moving higher, right? Just kind of building this little bit of a base here. Had a nice breakout day 2 trade days ago, and today looking to continue that. You do have a level of resistance here. So it does look interesting. Pre-market action, you are getting a nice move up 3% and okay volume. I think it's worth putting on a secondary for sure. So I do like the way that's looking there. Let's take a look at QUBT and see what's happening there. Not much. QBTS is another one. Pretty quiet right now. They got a little bit of volume, but IonQ looks the best right now. What's the one we found? QMCO was another one that we ran into. Yeah, that looks garbage today as well. So yeah, I think IonQ is the only one that's got something decent. So yeah, thanks for bringing that up. We'll put that one here. I like the daily more than anything. The daily looks really nice for a possible break higher if we can get going. So we'll keep IonQ on the secondary list here this morning. John, I'm not sure there's anything going on with these ion quantum stuff. I don't think so, because everything else looks pretty quiet.
Yeah, I don't think so either. That doesn't. They're in play lately. You know, they have been the past week. So
Yeah.
Just checking real quick. No, nothing
Yeah,
specific.
I think because there's not, doesn't seem like there's like a whole lot happening. All right, how about over on YouTube chat? What do you guys like this morning? QUBT seeing some life this morning. I think we just looked at that, right? QUBT. Yeah, it is seeing a little bit, but I like IonQ looks cleaner. So if you want to trade the quantum stocks, maybe IonQ could be the one today. I mean, this looks really clean, guys. I mean, this is really nice here as far as the daily goes. I really like that setup. The other ones look a little bit messy. I mean, so I like IonQ out of all of these today. All right, what else? MU was earnings not so long ago, but I haven't seen anything great out of MU. Now, I have not been watching it. We're up almost 2% right now, 1 million shares traded. Yesterday, big sell-off, as you can see here, which many things kind of sold off. So won't give them too much credit for that. Yeah, it could be interesting. I mean, it's a hit or miss with MU, really. So, and usually when the tech sector's breaking down like this, there's other tickers that we can look at, like Nvidia had a nice one yesterday after the recovery. So before the recovery, yeah, I'm not sure on it. I'll put as a possible. We can always come back to it. AMD has been rather interesting. Look at AMD here. AMD seems to just keep pushing higher. They had a nice base at 98. Now at 114. Didn't trade so hot yesterday, but the day before they were awesome, man. Gapped up and pushed higher. So maybe AMD. I'm gonna put AMD here right on the MU, and we're gonna come back to that one. Volume is a little bit light right now. Nothing spectacular. Neither is anything on the pre-market at the moment. But let's keep it on here because again, it's been trading very interesting the last couple of days. All right, one that a lot of you guys like, PLTR. So let's look at PLTR this morning. This again, always gets great volume. And if I look at yesterday's action, yesterday was one of those days where, it just traded horrible. Yesterday was so bad. And you could just look at it here, how ugly these wicks are, these candles, every candle. I find this to be very difficult to trade, right? When every candle is overlapping the previous candle, that is tough because even if you want to go short here and you have your direction right, this pullbacks are going to stop you out, and that's the problem. Look how wicky it is. It was just messy. So that was yesterday. And then if we look at the day before, right, look how clean, at least at the morning, how beautiful it was, right? So it's just a hit or miss. And if you go back the day before that, also had a beautiful, clean day, even better. Look at this PLTR. This is on the 21st. Look how clean this is. I mean, this is just perfect. I think this is one where a lot of you guys crushed it here. So it's a hit or miss. This stock can trade very well, and it can trade very ugly. We watch it and hope that today is going to hopefully be a cleaner day. But yeah, this stock is all over the place. John, is this one of the stocks that's on your list?
PLTR.
Yeah.
It's not. Well, yes. Yes. Right now it is in my top 12, but it's in the the bump position, and that slot's often filled by Boeing or something else. So I don't know if it'll stay there much longer. Not particularly interested, but there's not another one to slide in at the moment that I care too much about.
Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, PLTR is such a hit or miss. I'll have it here on my main list, and we'll see where it goes. So the daily looks interesting. We're kind of trying to close this gap. We're not there yet. This the original, the initial gap over here, the gap up. We are not quite there yet. A couple of more dollars to go. So hopefully that continues. Wait, what's going on with GME? So GME had earnings, my friend. GME earnings last night. So we had nothing from Roaring Kitties, just regular earnings, like a regular company. And yeah, so they're up this morning. They announced their big announcement was taking some of the reserves and putting it into crypto. So that's obviously good. They didn't announce how much though, John. Did you see how much they didn't announce? They just said they were going to do that, but they didn't say
Hmm.
exactly how much they were going to throw in.
I
So
Yeah, I don't recall seeing a number.
yeah,
That's a good question.
so that's important. If you're throwing in $2, we don't
Yeah.
care. But if you're throwing in big numbers, it's going to matter a lot. So they'll have to kind of finalize that there. But again, they're sitting on a lot of cash. It's probably one of the reasons why this company has survived. They're sitting on cash, probably not much debt. They run very lean. It's like two guys running an entire store in a mall in a very small footprint. It's the only way you survive, right? I guess, so given the online world. I still don't know how these guys make money. We'll have to look at their books. All right, let's take a look here. Apple. Take a look. Apple here. Apple is slightly up. Again, pretty quiet, but doesn't mean anything. Apple's been doing this to us lately quite a bit, right? Just very quiet pre-market open, and then they go on this run. They did it yesterday a little bit. They just go on this, slow and steady grind. They did it a couple of days ago, so it's just interesting. So you're not going to get much from the pre-market activity, but I do gotta say they are moving higher here. I know in June they're announcing new products, new software, but that's far out. But that date has been set, and then they're also again working on new things. Hopefully, they can deliver this time because they have not been able to do good here. Given that I have the space, I can add Apple on my list here, which is again pretty quiet day. It's not a whole lot going on. So let me finalize my list here. I have GameStop, Tesla, PLTR, and Apple, and then secondary list IonQ, MU, and AMD. That's what we're going to go with. So we'll keep that for now, guys. Let's go over to our community events and announcements. We'll show you guys what's happening for today. You can always check that at bearbootraders.com. Click on webinars, and once you go there, you can see what's happening for this beautiful Wednesday countdown to our Vancouver trip here. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, important note here, the psychology webinar, normally on Wednesday evenings, this week is tomorrow. It will be Thursday evening. You can see it there marked on the website already, March 27th, 5 p.m. Eastern. And that will be Mike talking about mind over market, developing a trader's mindset. It's going to talk about some of the psychological foundations in day trading, creating that mental framework to become a more disciplined, patient trader. And then the following week, Dr. Kenneth Reed, the doctor's back in the house talking bear market psychology. He's talking about how he's actively traded through 3 bear markets and saying doesn't know if this will be a fourth one, but he's going to talk about how to adjust your mind to that kind of market sentiment. And that's important because this recent downturn, and not quite a bear market, but it changes so much of the discussion in the chat room and the way people think and sort of panic sometimes. And I've traded through the COVID one, and in the 2022, and so I'm starting to gain a little bit of experience. But even to me, like, I haven't seen many of these, so it's good to think about how do you change your mind? Do you change your trading when the market starts to downturn? How do you deal with this? And Dr. Reed will talk about that next week. And if you'd like to join us here at Bear Bull Traders, there are a number of ways to do that. You can join us for an intro membership, just $39 for 1 week of access. That gets you to the basic classes, but it does get you into the chat room too, which is really important. If you want to gain a ton of value as a day trader, there's no better place to be than the Bear Bull Traders chat room every week. There's learning that happens from 8 in the morning, starting with Jared, till 4 o'clock, and sometimes later in the afternoon. Moderators cover it all, different perspectives, different types of education. in mentorship. And then you can do the same thing for a basic monthly charge of $99 a month, or go to that elite monthly or elite annual, which is the best deal. That gets you into the advanced courses, the weekly mentorship sessions and webinars like Mike's session tomorrow night, Dr. Reed's session next week, and of course, access to that chat room as well. So think about joining us here. Check it out.
All right, absolutely, friends. Okay, let's get some level. Wow, levels. We're so early. We are so early today.
It happens every time I'm with you. We don't.
You know what it is? This is the Peter rants are missing. That's the problem.
I know. I'm a fast
Peter goes on
talker.
these rants, and we carve out time for Peter to be able to do all that. At least you tried. But yeah. So yeah, we're early, guys. Any more tickets we could look at? We could take questions. We have like another 5 more minutes before I start doing levels and going crazy with the charts here. But yeah, let's see what other stuff you guys like that maybe we have not covered yet. Let's see here. I'm gonna go in the chat room.
I'm pretty good at ranting, Carlos. If you want to give me a topic, I can try to
I don't have a topic. I've been
try to
very good.
freestyle for 5
Do
minutes.
you have one? Do you have one? As long as you
I
stay off
like.
politics, you'll be okay. You know,
Oh, okay.
people
Well,
get very sensitive.
that's the
So
easy one. Uh, I don't know. I like to complain. Uh,
yeah, I like to have fun too, man. But yeah. So, well, okay. You have a Tesla. So,
I do. I do.
what is, how do you feel about the situation with the Teslas and all the stuff? Are you seeing anything in Boston where you're seeing craziness, madness, or is everybody
So,
calm?
well, we had a charging station lit on fire. That made national news. That was about, oh, I don't know, 20 miles south of me, but it was across the border in Massachusetts. It was a bit of a different place than where I live in here in New Hampshire. So we were hoping we were kind of isolated, but a couple days ago, up at the Mount Washington Hotel, which is a very famous, very beautiful hotel way up north in New Hampshire, some guy got out of a car and he keyed a Cybertruck, and lo and behold, he was from Massachusetts as well. And
Hmm.
he lied about it and said he didn't do it. And this is what blows my mind. Mini rant here. Who doesn't know that Teslas have Sentry mode? They have cameras all over them. People turn it on, and believe me, right
Right,
now, everybody's got it turned on. Every time I take my car somewhere, I'm not really fearful of this happening, but why not? I turn it on.
right.
So, I mean, you will be recorded. There will be high definition video of you sent to my phone if you key the car. So I at least have that. So this guy got filmed. He lied, and then it blew up. His social media was gone in about an hour, as the entire world, well, the entire Tesla world came
Yeah,
after the guy.
yeah.
I'm sure half the world
I
was patting him on the back, and the other half was angry. But
I,
yeah,
I, I'm with you, man. I was gonna ask you, who does not know that the Tesla has cameras? I mean, I think it has cameras under the car. It's cameras everywhere, HD stuff. Like, you've seen, like the people that are keying cars. You've seen other people get caught. You've seen the videos on social media, hopefully, and you still think, I don't understand. I don't get it.
Yeah,
It,
so it's a bold move. It's strange, but
it,
I'm a
it
little
is.
shocked how much people don't know about the cars in general. I took my very good friend Andy came to visit me yesterday. I haven't seen him in about 10 years, which is amazing. We went to college together. We did ROTC together. We were stationed in the army together, and so it was great to see him. But I wanted to show him my car, and not a Tesla guy. He drives the Ford F-150. He's very much, I like to drive my own car. And I was like, you
Yeah,
got to
yeah.
check out the full self-driving. Like let me show it to you. And he's kind of like hesitantly goes for the ride, and I turned it on and it starts going, and the reaction is so funny. Initially, everyone who experiences it for the first time gets very edgy the first time the car makes a turn or has to stop at a stop sign or something, and then about 60 seconds later they just kind of relax and they're like, wow, this is really smooth and this is amazing. I didn't think it was this good. So I think there's a lot of learning Tesla has to get out there to people, and I don't think they're quite doing that. They really need to somehow get it to the rest of the public that doesn't know how good their tech is or what these cars can do. And obviously I'm speaking like a Tesla fanboy, I get it, but um, it's just interesting to see how people aren't familiar with the car. I was the same way before I bought it, though. I mean, I'd never been in one
Yeah.
until I test drove it, and they're cool, yeah, but they're
Uh, the,
controversial for
the,
animals.
They're really cool, man. My brother has one in Florida, and man, it is the same thing when first I was driving. First thing when it's coming up to the car and it's like, okay, you're gonna slow down or not, and you start feeling edgy, like, okay, what's happening here? But the car slows down where it needs to. It
Yeah,
is just an awesome vehicle. But I think this is Tesla's fault for not advertising. I mean, they don't spend no dollars advertising and showing people how their cars work.
it
This is
could
something
be
that
at this
has been
point.
an
Yeah.
issue, yeah, for a long time. I know they try advertising, they took it off. I mean, they also save a lot of money because advertising is not cheap. So who knows, man. Nevertheless, this stock, man, it's looking good this morning. Yeah, go ahead.
The robo taxi will be hitting Austin, Texas in June, and I think when people start to ride, it'll be the same experience except no steering
Right.
wheel, so you have to trust the computer. But maybe that starts to tip people over. But until they can get more people to experience, they're just going to have a hard time selling FSD. It's just because right now it's an echo chamber. Because I'm in it, I see it on social media. I get a lot of Tesla stuff and people saying how great it is. They're all Tesla owners. Like we're all speaking to ourselves. We're not getting
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the
yeah.
other
Right.
part of the population.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. All right, friends. So yeah, my list today pretty much said GameStop, Tesla, POTR, Apple. Pretty straightforward. I got IonQ, I got MU, I got AMD on the secondary list. I don't see anything else that looks great. Take a quick look at our trading terminal gappers list, see if anything else has popped up here. And no, it has not. TBH, what's TBH? Let's take a look at TBH. Just came into our gap down list. TBH this morning. Ooh, so no reason why we can't roll the truck on this garbage. So nothing to see here. Bragg House. There's nothing to brag about. That's the name of this company. Bragg House. This stock is nothing to brag about. So looks horrible. All right. Okay, friends, let's get some levels in place. We'll start with GameStop. This is the stock that reported yesterday. We did the live earnings last night. We won't be doing live earnings until probably about 2 weeks due to travel next week. And also there's no companies reporting that are worth having a live stream for the next 2 weeks. Then we start up again with the earnings, and that should be a whole lot of fun. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe so you can get notified when we go live for those big earnings. We'll do it once a week, and when it gets very busy, we'll do it twice a week. So depending on how what companies are reporting. GameStop here, a high of the pre-market 29.92. We do have a level here around 28, right? So 28, you can see on the daily here, there's tons of stuff happening here. That also covers on the daily, we talked about this earlier, the level that Jared was talking about here in February, this nice pop and then beautiful sell-off. So that covers that there, 28.80. And even this morning, you're seeing a little bit of flirting going on with that 28.88 as well. Towards the bottom on the daily, so I do see 27.50 is a good place to mark that down. And then below that, you do have the highs and lows for the last 2 trading days. But before we get there, if you look at this area right over here, there's some good support happening there, like 26.14, we'll call it that. Just check to make sure that's correct on your charts. Just move it up or down as you need to. But around 26.14, you got a lot of support, big time support happening there, as you can see there. So that looks really nice on GameStop. So looking forward to this one. We're getting the volume. This is kind of what we were expecting. The news looking pretty good here, up 11%, 4.7 million shares traded right now. So this is my favorite one today. We'll see if we can get some action out of this one in the intraday. Here's Tesla. Man, these guys are just, they're doing it. They're very strong over the last couple of days here, pushing up higher. Towards the bottom, you do have the highs and lows doing an amazing job. So you don't need to add anymore. I could talk a little bit slower. I'm talking pretty fast because usually by the time me and Peter are done here, I gotta fly. I'm like, I gotta get this done before the market open. I look down, it's not no way. I could slow it down. I could slow down today and take my time here. So let's see, Tesla. We are looking at 282.66. We're gonna mark a level there, and as I'm slowing down even more, getting just used to the pace here, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube, guys. Really appreciate it. Helps us out a ton. We have 562 people watching, so thank you guys for joining us this morning. We know you guys have options, and the fact that you're here, it means a lot to us. So thank you. We appreciate it. 282.65 is the low of the pre-market on Tesla. Towards the high, we do have 286.90. So I'm going to slam a level there as well. We do have this area of just a lot of support resistance just across the board around that previous day close. We're slamming into that today, this morning as well. We did yesterday, couldn't get above it. Although after hours, we went all the way up. I think, did we get 290? I think you mentioned, we got 290 after hours.
Yeah, 291, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna mark this here. 291 was the after hours run there. Again, that run between 2 o'clock and into the close was awesome. So 291.14 will slam one there, and then towards the top we are gonna have a level right over here, 297.17. And right up here we have 304.52. These are not great levels, right? Like great levels usually are the ones where you see a change in direction and something like this, right? Like a nice double bottom here. That's awesome. Here where you have a lot of touches. But the 304.52, I mean, there's not really a whole lot going on there. But you do have some days opening and closing around there, so you do want to have that there just in case. So there you have it. That is Tesla looking really nice this morning. I am just hoping it's not choppy and we actually get some kind of continuation out of Tesla, right? It could be a hit or miss. POTR, I mean, this could be night and day. Yesterday was just pure garbage. 2 days ago was the best stock out there in our watch list, right? So it can swing both ways here. You got to be very, very careful. Speaking about swinging, hit that thumbs up, swing that thumbs up to the upside, please. Really appreciate it. It helps out a ton. 143 right now. It looks pretty good. All right, so 96.78 on POTR, and we also have 95.62. You have to be patient with this stock. I mean, you really do. It is brutal. I have a rule where if I get stopped out twice on a ticker, I usually just, I don't touch it anymore because most likely I'm not in sync with the price action, right? And you don't know when you're stuck in chop until you're actually stuck in chop, right? You can't tell the difference until you actually get stopped out. So if that happens, just be mindful. It is just a brutal ticker, and we saw that yesterday. 93.57, a great level there. Towards the bottom, you're set. You got plenty of stuff there, and towards the top, you got a little bit from yesterday's right action. Couldn't get above that. But just in case, I am going to mark down 129. That's 100 with 29 cents, by the way, just to be clear. Up there, it's another level in case we can break out of POTR. Great volume, well, decent volume, 900,000. These guys can trade heavy volume for the most part. They always get it. But again, we'll see where it goes. Apple, I just like the daily. I know they announced their event for new software for MacBook Pros, new cloud technology that they're going to be releasing in June that they're working on. We'll see if they can deliver. Lately, their AI and everything else has just been a disaster. They even pushed, if you guys remember, they pushed the Siri AI back into next year because it just did not like the way it was performing. So they pushed back that release, and it just has been really bad as far as AI, which you would think a company like Apple would be ahead of this, but they really fell behind. 228.15, great level here on the daily. You got a couple of you got the ping pong action happening here between these two levels. You see that the resistance, and support, and this is 228.15 and 232.25. So really like the way the app was setting up there. And that's it. Just these four for now. Again, pretty quiet. And if I go back to our gappers list, again, same thing. There's just nothing else on here. John, as far as you, is there anything that has popped up that you're seeing you like more than anything, or it's just still pretty flat for you?
Yeah, no, the entire list is, I hate to be boring, but it's just flat. Yeah.
No,
There's
no.
not much standing out. MU we talked about, right? Did you do MU?
I have it on my secondary. We can do it. I mean, we have time, and we also there's not much to watch here.
Well,
I have
one reason
MU.
MU is sometimes
Yeah.
interesting is because it's sort of contrarian on my list to other stocks. So what I
Hmm.
mean by that is there's some days where the market puts in a particular pattern. The SPY buys up, it sells off, it starts to buy back up. And you look at Apple and you look at Amazon and you look at Nvidia, and they're all kind of doing the same thing. They all kind of bought up, they sold off, and now they're trending back up with the market. MU is kind of this one that just does its own funky thing sometimes, which can be nice because if everything else is highly correlated and you feel like you're just stuck, like you can't get the move you want because you're beholden to what the larger market is doing, MU will sometimes offer uh, an opportunity to trade something that's not nearly as highly correlated. So it's sometimes worth looking at.
Yeah, no, you know what? That's a good point because again, lately I just feel like I'm always stuck watching the tech stuff because that's usually what's moving and providing the great opportunities, right? And that volatility, I haven't seen it transition elsewhere. Like when earnings come up, yes, earnings we start seeing many other stocks come up and be available to trade. But if you want to have the best opportunity to look to get a good day trade, you're looking at the tech stock. You're looking at the volatility is, right? During earnings, that would change. Obviously, we got GameStop here today, which normally wouldn't even be watching GameStop, but earnings is creating that volatility. So it's good to have other tickers like MU, where if things start moving a certain way, you can find something hopefully that can provide some opportunity. So yeah, I have it on my secondary here lit as well. Again, got some volume, 1.2 million shares traded, up 1.6. So we will hope to see some good stuff out of that one. Someone's mentioning MSTR. Let's take a look. MSTR. Down 1.1. This stock, it trades very well when it gets heavy volume. But again, just gotta be careful on it, man. The spread could be pretty
This
nasty at
spread can
times,
be atrocious. Yeah.
right? So just gotta be careful there on that one. So I don't see anything great today on it. I see over the last couple of days you did get a nice little over here, nice little pop. So you are moving higher for the most part, but I'll add in upon a secondary just so we can look at it, see how it does, but just be careful on it. All right.
If it doesn't have the volume, it's a pain. I mean, you get these
Yeah.
spready stocks with low volume, and like you take a trade and you buy 100 shares of MSTR, and you end up like you're just down $50 right from the time you hit buy, and then
Yeah.
you're waiting
Yeah.
for the bid to jump to the offer to close that gap, and it just won't happen. It just gets very confusing and hard to read when these stocks have this big volume and these big spreads. So just be wary of that.
Yeah, the spread makes the price action act funky, and a question here kind of goes into as well. You're asking Danny, do we ever trade the pre-market? I don't trade pre-market. I don't have a strategy, right? So it's all about what's the strategy. So I don't have a strategy for the pre-market hours. I have a strategy after the open using the 5-minute ORB. I try to take VWAP breakouts and sometimes reversals, but I'm not good at reversals at all. But I look for those. It's a very clear strategy, right? Pre-market, it's so random, man. You got to be very careful. I'm sure there are some strategies out there for pre-market price action, but it's a whole different animal than the market open. And the spread is different. The volatility is not there. For the most part, a lot of us are momentum traders, so we need that volume.
If you're looking at a larger time frame and you're trying to catch an entirety of a move that you've theorized can happen, I understand trading the pre-market because you want to catch a particular low or a particular high on a price level that you've marked and you're very confident in. But often what I
Right.
see with traders is they'll trade pre-market, but they'll take the 30-cent move on Tesla or something like that, right? And it's like, look, listen, you can get that move after the open in a much more, in my opinion, easier and predictable way than doing it in the pre-market. If that's all you're going to take out of Tesla's 30 cents, 40 cents, that we can get that during the day. It's not a big deal. I think it's just harder to do in the pre-market with the lower volume. It's just not quite as easy to read. So what it often is with traders trading in the pre-market, it's FOMO, it's this they have a hard time sitting on their hands and just waiting for 9:30 to roll around, even though they're going to be there anyway. So just think about like why you're trading in the pre-market. Do you feel this desire to get in? I'm going to miss it, or is it really part of some better strategy of like I actually need to play these prices at these levels while they're here now, you know?
Right. Good point. Yep. Good point. Have a strategy. All right, we're set. I see Brian has his list and many other moderators. Let's go to that. John, walk us through what our team is watching today.
What do we have? We have a few. I'm scrolling up here. Thor is looking at Apple, Nvidia, Tesla. Mike is looking at GameStop, and then we looking at scanners. Lenny, Nvidia, Tesla, MUIONQ, Chewy, Apple. It's funny when you say IONQ. It's the way you were having a hard time typing it and having a hard time saying it correctly.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
change
yeah,
that ticker. Ion Q. It's easier when you call it that, right? Eamon's
yeah.
looking at Apple and Starbucks, saying the last one is risky, though. Eamon often looking at something that we don't look at in our pre-market analysis. He definitely has his own methodologies, and so Starbucks sticks out as something interesting there. But you kind of want to know why Eamon's looking at Starbucks. That's an interesting point. Brian, Nvidia, Tesla, PLTR, Chewy, Spy, Paris, Nvidia, Tesla, MU, GameStop, and Dollar Tree. Phil, Nvidia, and Tesla. A lot of Nvidia and Tesla, which I'm not surprised about because this is the kind of day it is. The market's kind of flat. You got some green, you got some red. We're not seeing particularly interesting action here, so you kind of lean on your old favorites. So a lot of Nvidia and Tesla, and then Apple is standing out amongst the mods as well.
Yep. Awesome. All right, we are pretty much set for the market open here, guys. Couple of minutes left. Andrew's going to be joining in our chat in just a second here, and also Brian. So once they join in, we'll hop over of our members chat. We'll continue here on YouTube. All right, so let's see. GameStop right now, it is pulling back a little bit. Tesla is very active, 3.5 million shares traded. I got all my levels set on here. PLTR pulling back a little bit into the red, and we also have Apple also pulling back just slightly. I do have Chewy. We look at Chewy? We looked at Chewy. Oh yeah, look at Chewy's trying to settle into the upside. That could be interesting. Yeah, that could be something there in Chewy.
Yeah, Chewy was one of our earnings stocks. Yeah,
Yeah.
Chewy definitely interesting today.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna add it on here because I didn't add it on at first. It's usually pretty messy, but as we went through our list, we didn't have anything else that looked better. So we can add it on our list. I like the way they're setting up here to go higher. Hopefully, 35.60 is the high of the pre-market. We're gonna mark down 36.22, and then over to the top we have 37.15. If we can get going, levels are pretty clear here. So let's see what Chewy does. Again, not one of my favorites, but today they got the volume, they got the news. We'll have to see if this amounts to anything.
Not for nothing, Carlos. Fred had a sad look on his face when Chewy didn't hit the watch list. I didn't want to say anything, but he's got those sad brown dog eyes.
Yeah, he's like, what's wrong with this guy?
Yeah, it's the same face if I don't give him some turkey or something. He's just those sad eyes.
I'm sure. All right, we'll put it on the list just for him. Make sure we don't disappoint him. So it's there ready to go. I'm just gonna switch some cameras here a little bit so we can get me and you both ready for the open. Plus have also our screens. Go to the 1 minute, go to the 5 minute for our market open.
Are you ready to travel, Carlos?
I'm never ready to. I haven't been packed. I know I got to get some stuff. I haven't done anything, man. I'm always last minute on these things.
Today's gonna be terrible. What I was saying before we logged into the actual show. I think I'm trying to almost happy to make myself tired so I can sleep on the flight tomorrow on the way to Vancouver. So
Yeah,
I'll probably be up till midnight getting things ready and just making sure we're good to go, and then
yeah.
sleep on the plane.
Friends, I see Brian hopping into the chat, so I'm going to disconnect. We'll continue here on YouTube. Yeah, man, I'm always last minute. My wife doesn't like that when we're actually going on vacation. She hates it. But yeah, I'll pack like that same day. So, I mean, it's just a couple of days. I mean, it's not a whole lot.
Ours is more preparing the house, but my wife and I are both leaving, so we got my father-in-law's coming to take care of things, take care of the kid, take care of the dog. So just kind of got to make sure all our ducks are in a row before we bail out of here.
Nice. Let's see here. Just gonna. Oh, good, man. You're bringing the wife. That's awesome. I asked my wife, "You want to go?" He's like, "Who's gonna take care of the kids?" I'm like, "Well, let's get our parents to do it." But it's a lot for them, man. Parents are a little bit older now, and these kids, these kids, man, they'll put you through the ringer, man. So we're always very cautious. Like, she went down to Florida for one of my sister-in-law's birthday party, and I'm like, you go, I stay with the kids. But it's tough to travel with them, so not easy. And then they have school too, so like you're stuck between traveling when they don't have school, and they're in programs that if they miss out, forget it. There's trouble. You can't just be missing out for no reason. All right, excellent, friends. We are ready to go. Where am I from? I live in Teaneck, New Jersey. So I'm in New Jersey, man, North Jersey. 25 minutes from the city or so. As far as nationality, I am Dominican. So I'm from the Caribbean. And if you're asking me as far as how do I identify, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not, not gonna go there. I'm just kidding. I like to have fun. I like to have fun. Everything is cool. All right, everything is fine. All right, friends.
So
Yep.
Carlos, are we on YouTube? Is this?
Yeah, we're on YouTube. Yeah, we're on YouTube,
Okay,
but we're not.
I'm trying to figure out. I see Andrew. I'm such a noob at this. Okay, I got to bounce to the live trading session for Peak Capital Trading.
That's right. Yep. Go for it, man.
So you want me to put out a message and see if we can get you a compadre here to come on YouTube?
Let's see if we can.
You have to send them a
Yeah,
link though, right?
yeah. You could. I could send them the same link you have. Just throw that one on there if they can join. Great. But I know
I'll
there's a
do it.
lot of
I'll
people.
send a link out to
Yeah.
the team and see if someone will come join you here.
Yeah. Thanks, man. No worries.
Apologies for bailing, but duty calls.
No, no, there's a lot going on, man. Like even today, Paris is not available to travel. So a lot happening in this week and to next. So bear with us over on YouTube. But thanks for joining, man. I appreciate you. Good luck with the trading with P Capital Mentorship.
Awesome.
So,
Thanks, Carlos.
oh, no worries. All right, friends. Let's take a look here. We have Tesla moving down. Let me set up my screen. So I got the 1 minute, got the 5. Make sure we're all good and set up here. Yeah, I gotta be careful with the jokes. I like to joke, man. I really like to joke. I think everybody needs to just be happy and just have a great sense of humor. Now, there's some stuff you can joke about, but there's other things like they're not that serious, right? Um, but I think everybody needs to have a sense of humor and just kind of enjoy life. It's too short to go through life being mad and all this other stuff. Too short if you want it to be, but I think life is pretty long if you enjoy it properly. All right, guys. So my list, we got to have GameStop on here. Looking forward to see what that is going to do for us today. Let's get our 5 minute down here. Just setting up for the market open. About 4 minutes and a half till we do that. So we got our 5 minute. We have our 1 minute. There we go. And we are ready to rock and roll. I was thinking 275 yesterday. What were you talking about, Jim? Which 275? What is your risk management 5 minute? Do you take partials or? Yeah, I take partials. Yeah, I take heavy partials, man. And I mean heavy. I mean I like a lot. Take a heavy partials into once the stock goes in my direction, move stop to break even, and yeah. So that's usually my. The more you guys see me trade, you're gonna see the same thing over and over. Somewhat boring, but that is just what I do, man. Same thing over and over again. I look for the same setup every morning, but that's what works, right? Do you have 2 charts for each stock? No, just one. I have one 5 minute chart for everything, for 6 tickers, and then these 2 charts you're seeing here. Can I show you the screen? How can I show you the entire thing? I know it'll look messy, so I won't keep it up for long. But let me show you this here before we start. So this is what I'm looking at here, right? I'm looking at the 5 and the 1. So this is my actual screen. I got you guys right over here. Hello. And then on my other screen, I have my other 5 tickers, 6 tickers that I'm looking at, but only the 5 minute. That's all I'm really looking at there. You can't access the room. Everybody's getting in, and I don't see no alerts that there's problems. Try a different browser if you cannot access the room for whatever reason. So try that. Can I please break down my windows? We could, but not right now, just because I do have, we're 3 minutes to the market open. So we can do that, Daniel. We'll do that at a later time for sure when it's more calm. Right now, we just got to focus in on this open, see where we're getting the volume, see what stocks are in play, and then we'll definitely can do all of that. I also have videos in the education center that you can look at. They're pretty clear cut as far as that. Yeah, I think we have that, Morpheus. We got to get you a link. Get you a link for that. All right, so Tesla dropping a bit here, showing some weakness. This level 282. This is what level is this? Pre-market low. Well, was pre-market low earlier today at 6 a.m. We broke through it just a few minutes ago, and we're trying to hold here. So let's see what happens there. PLTR for the most part. Pushing up. Look at the volatility and madness on this one. I don't know if we read what Andrew was watching. I don't think he had posted it yet, but he is looking at Tesla, GameStop, Nvidia, and he's still looking at PLTR. I thought he was going to scrap that thing and garbage it, but we can't, because PLTR is one of those stocks where, again, it gives you really great days, and yesterday was just pure garbage. So just gotta watch and be aware of that. We have Apple. Did I update my banner down here, by the way? Let me make sure I update my banner. I did. I am going to add MSTR. Oh, I'm missing Chewy. Chewy, and we are missing here MSTR. There it is. Now we got it where it needs to be. Nvidia pushing. What is the SPY doing? Take a look at the overall SPY here in the red this morning, slightly, not by much. POTR here, Tesla, and GameStop. All right, awesome. IonQ, yes, IonQ too, man. Look at IonQ. What is this? Got to be news, guys. What's the news on IonQ? I don't got time to look it up now because we're getting ready to rock and roll here, but it's got to be something on IonQ. This move looks awesome. Jose, good morning. Good to see you, my friend. Good to have you on board as we get ready to rock and roll. Ding, 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 ding. Let's go here. All right, so IonQ getting some action. Let's wait to settle down. So usually my strategy, guys, you're not going to see anything until about 5 minutes. Minute 3, there might be an anticipation of a possible breakout. We got a good setup on the 1 minute. Let me get you the 1 minute here. So we'll take a look at those if anything's setting up correctly. But right now, this is where I don't have an edge whatsoever, right? So I'm just gonna sit tight and wait for the setup. We'll see what's getting extended, what's getting the volume, and where the price action is going. So there's your Tesla pulling back a little bit. POTR trying to go green again. Apple doing some stuff, and Chewy. So yeah, let's see where it goes here. IonQ showing a lot of strength this morning. Look at that. We're up 6%, 1.9 million. It's rocking. It's rocking. Okay, so we're just watching. Tesla trying to stick it together here. That's good. How about you guys on your end? What do you guys, what's the main one on your list? If it's not anything that I have on my list, we'd love to see what you guys are watching as well and get ideas if we can. So throw your ticker on the chat. I'll take a look at it. Apple. Yeah, Apple also. Tesla's doing some stuff here. VOTR, GameStop, AMD. Yeah, I got AMD on the secondary too. Look at AMD go. MU. But AMD. Yeah, nice. POTR pumping. Yep. Just 2 minutes into the market, guys. So let's, I'm waiting, right? Again, and then also one of the rules I have, before 3 minutes, I take no trades whatsoever. So there's no pressure to join in the madness. And yes, I'm going to miss opportunities by not doing that. But if you don't have a strategy, there's no point in jumping in on something, 3 minutes before the market. So be patient. Stick to your strategies. Very, very important. So easy to want to jump in, especially when you see other people jumping in doing other stuff, but you just got to be patient and just stick to your rules. Tesla as support. Oh, Tesla looks possibly weak here. Look at those last 3 wicks on the 1 minute. Possibly weak. So let's see. We're coming up on minute 3. It looks like a sell-off to me here. Oh man, give us a pullback. We had two really nice candles there. Okay, I got my fingers on the trigger here, guys. I like this for a short. I'm going to anticipate a short here, guys. So I'm going short on Tesla. Let's see if we could break down. I just love those 2 candles up there where we got those wicks. It just looks very weak. I know there's been a couple of really good days. Hopefully some profit taken on this one. Let's see if we can get down. What's our next level? Oh, let's take a look. What's our next level here? So we're past the low of the pre-market already. That's not good. The next level is down at 278.59. That's what I have here. I don't know if I like that. It's pretty far down. I would like something that's more reachable and manageable. But let's see. Let's see if we get the flush. Again, this is not a 5-minute RB. I'm into this trade just because those first 3 candles look very weak on the price action. Looks like Tesla does want to go down lower. So we're just going to see if we can get a flush. If we get to 80, we'll take a partial. But again, this territory you got to be very, very careful because you can get a pullback so quick on Tesla. I use manual stops, yes. Mental stops. I use mental stops, so that's what I'm using. So I got my finger on the trigger right now. I got it on the partial and the stop out. We don't want to see this making highs towards that 283, to up here above these wicks. That's not good. We want to start grabbing into this 9 moving average and hopefully head lower, but we'll see how it turns out here. AMD, what's AMD doing? AMD is rocking, right? Oh man, AMD is nice. IonQ is flying too. GameStop, we'll take a look at it in a second here, see what it does. So let's see here. The longer it takes here, the more worrying it gets as far as it making our moves. So we're not worried. We got our stop ready and we're good to go. Pull out if we need to. But the more that stays here, the higher the likelihood that it's going to bounce, right? You want to see this flush happen right away, and we're not getting it there. So we went short, but we didn't get it immediately. So let's see. Here I will be looking for a 5-minute ORB, right? So we would like to see, here's the pop, here's the come down, pull back here, and then back down to break the low of the 5-minute here. If I was adding to a trade, I will add here, but I don't add to my trades. But this is where I will be adding to this position to trade as a 5-minute ORB, right? But I don't, I'm already in it. I'm a full size, so I'm not going to take that risk. I'm not going to make my risk bigger on this trade. Here it is. Let's see if we can get lower. Let's get 280 if we can. It's trying. What is this overall? See, ooh, market is pushing higher, going green. That's not good for us. We usually like market going in our direction. That is not a good thing. So we might need to bail on Tesla. Let's see here. Let's see if we can continue with the weakness. Q's trying to bounce. Yeah, see that 5-minute ORB on AMD. Let's take a look up. Good buddy, AMD. Yes, but I will want a confirmation here that's going higher, right? So you got to be careful on this one here. We need good confirmation that actually wants to go. Let's go Tesla. Let's get that flush going for us here. POTR, here it is. POTR doing messy stuff again. This is just not clean at all. So be careful with the POTR. Tesla pulling back on us above that 282.75-ish. Our strategy is no longer in play. Here, if you're looking for a 5-minute ORB, this is actually a decent pullback. If you feel it's going to be weak, that's a good entry, man, for a drop if it wants to sell off. No, it's a little bit wicky on the 1 minute, but that's the setup really. Not like in POTR. Yeah, POTR is just never know what you're gonna get. It's just never know. And today already starting a little bit messy, but we seen it start like that and then turn really good, right? So you got to be patient with it. Like if you don't see your setup, just wait. It's gonna get amazing volume like you're seeing now, and then. Remember, we got all day here to trade, right? After 10:30, you could see some amazingness happen on POTR. So just be patient. There's no need to rush anything on that one. All right, Tesla is struggling. I don't like it here. I'm gonna bail on it. If it gets above 265, we'll get out of the trade. But yeah, we don't want it. See, this is come on, flush down. Why are you going up? The market's pushing higher. This is not good. Yeah, we're gonna get out of this trade. This is actually setting up to be a good engulfing pattern to go long. So if you want to go long, I'm not going to reverse my position here, but this is actually setting up for a good long. And I see Andrews is getting into this trade now, so I sold my shares to him right here because that is a good engulfing pattern there. If we can get going long, but let's see. GME struggling. Let's take a look at GME. Yeah, struggling. Big drop here. Don't know if I would want to take a short here, but again, I don't know what the strategy would be. And for 5 minutes, it seems a little bit extended off the VWAP, so I'm not sure on that one. All right, we'll see what Tesla does. I do like this engulfing, but I'm not going to take it long because it's got to really stick above the VWAP. This might still be a short. This might still be. It came up just to stop me out. If it can't stay above the VWAP, this might be a short here, guys. But we got to be careful. This might be. Yeah, this is looking decent. We'll let it settle down. Let it settle down and see if it gives us an opportunity for a short. But what a fake out on the engulfing pattern and not really going higher. That's pretty nasty play there by Tesla. Look at, because if you look at the 5 minute here, right, we just had a nice engulfing pattern here, and it's just it seemed like it was failing. So let's see if it can hold above that. IonQ, oh, IonQ is good. This is clean. Good volume. Man, this is nice. We missed a 5 minute entry here, but this looks strong. And the risk is not bad. 26.90 will be the stop. Couple of cents. That's not bad at all. Potential 28. That is not bad. Anybody take up IonQ, guys? IonQ looks very decent. All right, let's see. Tesla. Oh yeah, Tesla's a long. Okay, we're going long Tesla. This is a long. This is a beautiful pattern here. We did get the engulfing, so we'll go long Tesla. I'm surprised that it's gonna have another long type day here. So let's see. SPY's pushing higher, so that's in our favor. Usually we don't like going against the SPY, so that's going higher. IonQ, yes, people took IonQ. Nice. I wasn't looking at it when this entry happened here. This would have been an amazing entry right around this area, but we're not looking at it that tight. All right, GameStop, a little bit disappointing on GameStop. Right, we didn't really get anything. Possible breakout, failed, just messy. So that was not good. PLTR, garbage. Apple, garbage as well. Chewy, even worse. This is why this is horrible. IonQ we looked at, that's nice. MU, not great. AMD you guys mentioned, good, but then it's just turned the corner here, so not great. And MSTR, just going through my list here, and MSTR also not looking good. Tesla's the best thing we have here right now. So short Tesla so far, guys. We got stopped out, and now it's just a decent engulfing pattern. We got the confirmation candle above the VWAP, so we're long here. And let's see if we can go on a nice little run. Would be nice. Break towards the high of the day and above would be awesome if we can get it here on Tesla. So let's see. Momentum is up. Oh, Andrew's in. We're in with Andrew. Andrew got in around the same. We have the same entry. I always like to see that, man. I like to see that because that means that I'm doing something right when I'm entering the same time Andrew's entering. That is good. Okay, very nice. All right. Kind of get that confirmation. All right, so we're pushing higher here. I'm gonna parcel, but I'm gonna be patient with the parceling because if we can get into a nice run like Tesla has done, I want to make sure I take enough shares with me for the move. You know, not saying that's gonna happen, but man, it's been such a nice runner. No, Titan, no. Andrew cannot make Tesla pump up. You know the volume that's being pushed through this thing. But no, he can't pump this stock, man. Maybe this one here, OSRH. Maybe this garbage, which again is horrible, but not Tesla, man. No way. All right, so we're long Tesla. Let's see if we can get a nice little trend going here. It's trying 284. Hopefully this doesn't get us caught into some chop. My 1 minute RB is dead. Nothing was interesting and tried Tesla but couldn't enter. I wanted to because my broker is retarded. What's wrong with your broker? What broker do you have? That's interesting. AMD tricked me. Volume is so dead. I'm short AMD. So, short AMD. What a drop. You're good if you're short AMD. You're doing great if you're short AMD. When did you short AMD? I'm above the VWAP, near the VWAP. I mean, if you shorted this, you're good money right now, man. That's awesome. And it's dropping so nasty here. I like it. So that's good. What is up with AMD? How about MU? MU is just steady, but man, this is just the madness. No, what is it that Brian says? The not the madness. What does Brian say? I forgot what he says. The humanity. The humanity. Thanks, Bryce, paying attention. The humanity. The humanity. Yes, yes, yes. My good buddy Brian. I can't wait to see him in Vancouver, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Brian is he's a funny dude, man. I love this guy. He is awesome. And hanging out in person is it's another level, man. It's another level. All right, we're getting the move on Tesla, guys. We're gonna take a partial here. Oh, why would you feel me so bad like that? Man, it's only 50 shares. Come on, that is horrible. That's a bad fill. It's a 50 cents drop on that fill. That's not nice, Interactive Brokers. That is not nice. All right. Let's see. See if we can get moving higher. So, okay. Let's get a nice ABCD pattern going here. Tesla will be awesome. Andrew's taking a couple of partials already on a Tesla. So he's in, doing pretty nice. Oh, it's a nasty drop. Come on, Tesla, don't let us down. Keep it going. GME might go from here. I don't trust GME no more, man. GME is nasty, and I don't like taking. I don't like going long below the VWAP. I don't like going against it. I like to get above the VWAP, get the confirmation. We did in Tesla, I believe. Actually, let's take a look here. So with Tesla, I like to see the breakthrough the VWAP here, and then just kind of, this is my stop. So don't look at this. That's my stop from this trade here, right? So we like to see the breakout, which we got here, and then kind of like the confirmation candle. Okay, we are going to stay above the VWAP. This is why I went long here. So I wouldn't go long in this area here just because I don't want to go against the VWAP, right? It's just something I don't want to do. SPY is dropping pretty hard here. I want to get out. Break even here. Yep, let's get out. We can always get back in, but we already made a little bit of money. I don't want to give anything back if the SPY is going to drop the way it's doing. And Nvidia is dropping as well. So let's not stick around for that. We'll get out here, and if things turn around, we can always jump back in. Yeah, Nvidia is bleeding, man. What's going on? If Tesla holds above the VWAP here on this drop we're getting from the SPY, we'll get back in. But I'm not going to hold it through a pullback towards, giving back what I already took out of the stock. So I don't mind getting back in. Commissions are always cheap, so you don't have to even worry about that. Just get out, reassess, and get back in, right? Don't have the fear of missing out. Like, oh, if I get out, then I'm going to miss the trade. Who cares? Just get back in. Get back in. Be very aggressive with your stops, guys. Very aggressive. Don't, people usually do the opposite. Okay. Do we have any news coming out? Let me check here. John is frozen, but let's see. 10 o'clock. No, that shouldn't matter. That's garbage stuff. That shouldn't do anything to us here. So yes, I was saying, be aggressive with your stops. Traders usually do the opposite, and I did myself when I first started. We'll be very patient with our stops and then very aggressive with our partial taking. Like, no, do the opposite. Be patient with your partials and the trade management when you're green, and be very aggressive with your stops, right? Do the opposite. But we tend to protect ourselves from fear, from losing, from this, from that, and so our protective mechanism doesn't want to feel pain. So when you got to stop out, you don't stop out. When you want to take profit, you want to take profits right away. So it's do the opposite. I still think Tesla's so long. I think just the market overall kind of messed our move up a little bit here. We might just need to wait to it to settle down. But I really think Tesla's so long. I really think it's going to go higher if the market doesn't mess things up. So we'll see. And going short here, it just doesn't make sense. But the market is dropping some more, guys. Look at this. That's not nice. SPY messed up our what's the news? U.S. Semiconductors embargoes to China seem to be pushing Nvidia down. Weren't these guys supposed to have conversation? The Chinese president and our president, weren't they supposed to like get together and hopefully make things better, figure things out? I think that was it last week or is it this week? I just heard he was either coming over or they were going to have a call, most likely a call. But again, I haven't followed up on the news. There's so many headlines, so hard to keep track of everything. Man, so glad I'm out of this trade. But see, Tesla is still holding. So I look at it like, if everything is selling down and you have stocks that are holding their place, eventually the SPY is going to turn around and give you, a pullback. Usually stocks that are holding their place, they don't want to go down. Like Tesla does not want to sell down with the overall market. And you're seeing that here. It's just strictly holding. So that could be a good sign if things turn around. So we just got to be patient and wait for it. Apple's holding as well. Yeah, I think these stocks just don't want to sell down. So again, obviously the SPY is a conglomerate of many tickers. So I wonder what sectors actually selling down here. Well, semiconductors, obviously, clearly. AMD, MU. Yeah, semis are pulling the SPY down, but Tesla and Apple want no parts of this whatsoever. AMD. Where's NVIDIA? NVIDIA. Yeah. Later in the day, guys, after 10:30, this could be setting up for a really nice reversal. Even earlier, but closer to 10:30, we're gonna see. We might see some good reversals on this here. Tesla trying to hold here. XOY, so those are 3 days red in a row. Let's see. XOY. Yeah, I see that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Because this is reverse, right? Is this reverse? Is that what it is? Is this ETF reverse? PLTR. Clean move for PLTR down. That is awesome. Good stuff. All right, Tesla struggling to stay above the VWAP. Look at PLTR, how clean. Andrew averaging down. No, I don't think. I see him in GameStop. He's not averaging down on Tesla. I don't think so. No. He's in GameStop. I think he's long. Yeah, he's long here. And took some parcels, added again. He's taking it towards the high here, so he's doing some stuff. Yeah, that's what we're seeing. This is what's pulling the SPY down. But then you have tickers like Apple, a Tesla holding here, PLTR giving in, Chewy doing some stuff, INQ also giving in to the madness. Nice short here. MU, AMD holding, and and our low flow of the day doing some nastiness here. So be careful with this OSRH stuff. That's what it is. See, NVIDIA is a big chunk of this, so that's why you're seeing a lot of that. Red on the screen. Wow, 116. NVIDIA 116. How about that? Friends? 116 on NVIDIA. Starts looking cheap after a while. You keep looking at these stocks every day. You're used to seeing them 140, 150. You start seeing 116. You think it's a sale. Man. That is nice. Looking good. Not 116 yet. That's my target price. Yeah, 116. Yeah, 116.55 right now. Yeah. You're in short. You've mentioned on this one, right? So that's good. MLGO. We looked at MLGO, but that's the low flow, man. You gotta know how to trade these things. Gotta be careful. There's so many these lower price stock. They'll fake you out big time. So you gotta be careful right here. So even though it looks like a double bottom, like our strat, like I find that our strategies do not trade very well with these low flow tickers. So you gotta be careful. New user Peter had to take off today. He'll be back. The next couple of days is going to be funky with the schedule, guys, right? Because a lot of us are traveling this week to Vancouver. I'll be on here until Friday, so I don't travel until Friday evening. So, and then I'm back. We got to figure out how we're going to do Monday and Tuesday next week. I travel Tuesday. I don't know what time I land Tuesday. So I think it's an overnight flight. So if I get in early enough, I'll come in. We'll do the show. But we got to figure it out. It's just a lot of people. Everybody's traveling, so it's going to be tough on coverage on Monday and Tuesday because Friday's not Friday. I'm here. So just be careful on these low flow stocks, man. I don't trust the move. No, I'm in New Jersey. I'm in NJ. Tesla. All right, Tesla's struggling here. I will, yeah. I'll definitely. I'll take when I get there. I'll try to take videos and put them up, and then we'll prepare something for Tuesday or Wednesday to kind of show you guys. So yeah, we'll take some pictures, of course, some videos. Follow me on Instagram too. I'll post some stuff on Instagram as we're doing the show, and I'm sure Andrew will also. So let me get you guys that. If you follow Instagram, what social media do you guys have? Curious. Because I put up stuff up there for you guys, but if you guys are not on this one, then I gotta find out what you guys are on so I can put it up there. Instagram, okay. It's X, okay. A lot of people are on X. See, but X doesn't do good with videos. X is great for other stuff, but I don't know if it does great. Do you guys look at videos on X? If you do, I'll put it there. But if you don't, I don't want to do. Oh, look at Tesla. Tesla giving in willingly, well, not willingly, but giving into the short here. Wow, could not hold. I thought it was going to hold here and be pretty long, but it is the struggle. And this is why, guys, just get out of the trade, right? We got some money here, and then just get out. Just get out, because we would have been holding here. This would have happened so fast, and then now it puts your mind into testing your patience. Oh, do you want to hold on? And then here gets your hopes up, and then boom, here's your account. Bye bye. It's just there's no need for it, man. The humanity, Jim. The humanity. Yes. Just jump out, man. So every time, yes, we didn't get the win we wanted here, but every time this happens, it's like, man, look at the cup, look at the bright side. I always like to look at the cup half full, always, even on the once I get stopped out of break even. It's look at this. You don't recover from that, man. You don't recover from this here, right? We'll recover in a day or two, half a day, tomorrow morning. But you can't recover from something like this in a couple of days. The market just doesn't work that way, right? So it's just crazy. So just be patient. PLTR 93.57. We are on a beautiful landslide today. Everything to the downside, guys. Apple's just steady. Apple's holding, doing its thing. I'm gonna save my ammo. I'm gonna save my ammo for reversals, guys. We're gonna be here all day today. Save it for reversals. This is getting it's overreaction. Who mentioned that? Mr. David? Yes. Come on, man. Why we say, whose kid is this? Huh? Who? So we're asking, what social media you guys use, and you say Yahoo Messenger. Are you serious? You're not serious, right? Is that even a thing? Oh man, you got me good. You got me good on that. Some of you guys are gonna say what, Skype? Oh man, this is a lot of fun. All right. Okay. That is awesome. AOL Messenger. Good times, man. Good times. AOL. Oh, that was amazing. All right, guys. Anybody in short? What are you guys short on? What are you guys short on right now? Yeah, so we'll talk about reversals in a little bit. So I'm not great at reversals because I like to see good confirmation, a double bottom. You know, like that, I think that's one of the most solid reversals that there is. So double bottom here will be great. But we've been selling down so much. If you look at these stocks, I think you're just gonna get a really like a rubber band action, right? Somebody's probably gonna just spike back up and not give you that nice double bottom, especially because the sell-off has happened so early. It's not even 10 o'clock yet. It's gonna be 10 o'clock. So you might see like Tesla can pull to the VWAP from here easily because just the overreaction that we're getting, or at least such an extended down sell down, right? So we might see some of that taking place. I don't use the 200 and the 100 on the 5 minute or the 1 minute. I'm pretty much focused on the 9 and the 20 on the 5 and the 1 minute. On the bigger time frames, I'm using 200 and I think I have the 50 SMAs too, not EMAs. So for the 9 and 20 lower time frames, we're using EMA, and for those higher time frames, SMA. All right, so man, you guys still got me laughing on these messengers. That's awesome. All right, so it looks like some people use Instagram, so I'll send you guys my Instagram, and follow Andrew as well, because I know Andrew's gonna be posting tons of stuff there, and we'll see if we go. I wonder if we can go live from there. I know we can go live for the presentations, but it'll be nice to kind of go live a little bit and just kind of show some stuff on YouTube. Will be cool. So that's mine, and I'll send you Andrew's as well in just a second. Tesla here, GameStop, messy. Tesla pushing higher. See, like there's no double bottom here. This thing is just my go. So if you're watching, I don't like to trade these because again, I'm just not good at them. I feel like I'm not getting the best bang for my buck if I take this trade. But if you're a V reversal type trader, this is a great risk to reward. You already got 1R here easily, and it can continue. So that's pretty good there. PLTR alpha level is nice. Apple's late to the party. Why is Apple losing it now? Everybody's turning around. You're late, man. You're really late to the party here. So some reason Apple decides to sell off now. Not sure why. Chewy, Nvidia. I think Nvidia could be a good reversal, guys. And this is normally not a trade I would take, but I think Nvidia looks very attractive for a reversal here. Stop at 116. You got your target. Whoever had 116 as their target when they were short, you got your target here, so that's good. We're gonna set 116 a level here, and let's see, are we done with the madness? Are we done with the mini bloodbath? If we are, I want to go long Nvidia. I think Nvidia down 3.5 here. Let's see if we could set a base, and I want to go long this one. If we cannot make a new low, I'll go long on Nvidia, and we'll set a nice stop. Right, we'll give it time. We'll set a nice stop below 115.80. We don't want to make a new low. We make a new low, then we're our strategy is not in play anymore. So let's see if we could retest here. But if we cannot make a new low, we'll go long with a stop below 116. I think will work very nice today for us. AMD. See, I don't think it's gonna even. I'm with you, Jim. I think we have to. Oh, Kevin, sorry. I think we have to wait for the retest. I just don't know if we're gonna get it, man. I just don't know if we're gonna get the retest. I think this thing might go, but I'm gonna wait for it because that's usually when we trade the best here. SPY also coming back a bit. Yeah. We'll risk 60 cents. Yeah, let's go for it. I'm going to go long here in NVIDIA. We'll go long here. Again, stop 1580 lower. We want to give this enough room, enough time to settle down because we are at 10 o'clock, so we can go sideways a little bit here for a while. We can retest, so hopefully we can survive the retest if it does that. But yeah, let's go long in NVIDIA and see if we can get to the VWAP. Will be ideal, but let's see. Showing us a little bit of weakness now. Let's see if we can get going. So Apple started selling. Why is Apple selling down now? That's weird. PLTR did the bounce. Tesla trying to get the bounce going. GameStop pushing higher. That's good. IonQ. IonQ's doing his own thing because it's had to sell off earlier and now recovering. So that's nice. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Let's see if Nvidia is gonna hold for us here. Don't go long Tesla, Nvidia this week. Go long. Yeah, right. Should have went long Tesla, but yeah, I went long this one. This is looking weak though, man. We are going to see if we can hold this 116 here. That's the last level of support we have. 1580 is our stop. We'll give it enough room, but we'll see if we can retest and reverse here. What's the SPY doing? Oh, that's not good. SPY's coming down, so that's not going to help our situation at all. I can watch. You know what? I've been doing it for so long, man. 7 years. It's been doing it for a very long time, man. So it comes very natural now. Second hand nature, to be honest, man. It just happens very natural. Oh, we got tons of bids. We got to jump out of this. Let's see. Here's 116. Here's the retest our buddy Kevin was talking about. Are we going to hold or are we going to? I should have waited for the retest. I got impatient. Should have waited for the retest. Even if a retest here and it works out, should have waited for the retest. But let's see if it at 116 is where it wants to do some stuff. We don't want to make a new low if we don't have to. It would be nice. Tying, I'm sure there's many other reasons, man. But I appreciate your kind words, my friend. I really do. Okay, here it is. Let's see what it does. Tesla doing the same thing. PLTR actually traded very clean. It's a beautiful drop there. It came back up nicely. But man, what a clean drop on there. Nvidia pushing lower, just under 116 here. We'll give a little bit of room, see if we're going to retest and hold. Last time we did. I'm not sure if that's going to happen now. Chewy 3271 trying to hold here. Nvidia trying to hold as well, struggling. Oh yeah, this is gonna go down. I see way too many bits down there. That's not good. So hangs on the trigger here. So this is a great example, guys. Can you see my level 2? Let me bring you my level 2 here. This is the screen you have up? Okay. Right over, no, you have, let me switch the screen here. So right over here, you see all these bids coming up here. That's usually a bearish sign. I know people feel like, see that 222, that's 22,000 shares there. So usually that tends to pull the price lower. You don't want to see that here. I want to see bids going the other way. There is some stuff happening here as well. That guy disappeared. Where'd he go? He disappeared. So now we got bids to the, asks to the upside here. So maybe, hopefully that can help. This guy disappeared though. We didn't even hit him. So I don't know where he went. But that's not good. If he would have stayed there, then it pulls the price down, right? But he disappeared. He was there like 20,000 shares and he didn't get filled. I don't know where he went. So, but if he would have been here with a intention to fill, then you want to be careful because usually the price wants to drag down to that, right? But he disappeared. He went away for some reason. But here it is, 1580. He's trying to hold here. I do see some asks showing up, so hopefully they can pull the price higher. But it is doing really weak. Okay, we're gonna make a new low, so I gotta bail on it, guys. Let me see here. New low is being set right now. Yeah. All right, we're getting out of it. We're bailing. Unfortunately, this thing is going highway to hell today. So not good. So just for me right now, 2 losses so far. Actually, no. 1 loss, 1 partial with a break even, and then 1 reversal here on Nvidia that did not work. But that's my fault, guys. I had to wait for the retest. I jumped in way too early, got the FOMO going. We are going to wait for the reversal. As we mentioned, we are going to get a reversal here, but we just need to be patient. Yeah, the way the screen is set up, man, that's why, yeah, it's weird. So yeah, I gotta fix it a little bit better because we normally don't show the montage. So I'll try to get the screens to be a little bit more cleaner as we trade live here. Andrew is joining at the open. Andrew is joining in a couple of minutes here, but at the open, he is trading with our members in chat. What is he doing right now? See, me and him are thinking alike. I'm just getting ahead of myself. He's gonna take Nvidia long here after the retest. I'm getting ahead of myself, man. We have the same thing in mind here, but I'm jumping way too early. So he's looking at it. He's thinking about taking it as well, but I jump way too early. Got to be patient with these double bottoms and reversals. Look at Tesla, beautiful, beautiful. The sale is on today. All right, so Nvidia, we'll wait for one more shot. I'm not gonna rush it this time. We'll be patient. Also, SMCI retest. Let's take a look. SMCI down 5.5. Yeah, it's doing a little retest as well here on the 5. You kind of see like a level that's holding, so we'll have to wait to see. But we're highway to hell right now, man. This is a situation where you gotta really be careful and let's not be stuck on trying to find a reversal. At least me, but yeah, we gotta really be patient here. Even Tesla, which I really think Tesla's gonna have a great day. I think it was gonna push higher today. This news and Nvidia stuff really messed things up for us. So we had a really good trade. This was a great entry. Did the partial out of break even. This was gonna be the big winner for today for sure. Over on YouTube, friends, hit that thumbs up if you haven't done so already. Really appreciate it. We're sitting at, what is this, 244. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate you guys being with us. Andrew will be coming up in about a couple of minutes here to kind of show us what he's doing with his trade. Me and Andrew also took the same trade long on Tesla. So we really were thinking, the same thing here, man. And he was, me and him got the same trade on Tesla. So I'm glad I see somebody else taking the same trade because that means I'm reading it properly. I'm not off sync. It's just one of those days where you're just not going to get it, and partially because of this downturn the market is getting. POTR was a better reversal if I would have taken that reversal without confirmation. Nvidia is just weak. You know, I don't think this thing is going to reverse it. This is just really, really weak. What's the next level on the daily here? Let's take a look. Next level. We got 114.54. So we'll mark that there. And then over here, yeah, thanks, team, man. Like 114, right? So I got 114.54. And then down here we have 112ish, 56ish. Okay. So we got some levels there for Nvidia. Is highway to hell. Please tell me one of you guys is short on this thing. Just please tell me you're short from like 118, 117.75. Please tell me you are enjoying this run at the moment. Wow, that flush is just, yeah, I'm not looking for a reversal on this. That's not happening. 118, nice, good job. Who else? There's got to be more people short this thing. Hopefully you guys are. But wow, this is just. I did when you gone long for hit. So wait, I don't get it. You did take it after I got out long, or you took it before? I'm confused. Enter 117.93 but cover 116. Come on, GameStop, past this line. I am 116.50. Awesome, man. Wow, this is yeah. Short Tesla 281. INQ. How can you view how fast your DAS is performing? Great question. So the way to do that is there's just little things here. So at the bottom, You see the bottom right here? No, let me make this a little quicker. You see these two little things right here? Can you see that? These two connectors. If you click on that, you're gonna get this screen. Let me see if I can pop it up. So you double click on those two connectors and this screen is gonna come out. I'll show you quickly as we this screen will pop up, right? With this screen here, this is to your quote servers. You scroll all the way to the right and you're gonna see a network delay, right? You want this to be as low as possible. Obviously I'm in Jersey, so I'm gonna have extremely low connections, but you wanna have this to be under 250, right? So under 250 you're fine, but this network delay you want to make sure is at the lowest it can be. The two bottom connectors, so these two connectors down here, right? Double click on that, boom boom boom, and it's gonna bring that window up. GameStop, let's go, man. GameStop doing its thing. That's great. 90 from London, awesome. That's really good. So that wire over the Atlantic is working beautifully. Yeah, 90 is great. Under 250, I traded with 300 one time, and it was fine, but not recommended. But a 90 is awesome. 600 is not. I traded with 600 from Dominican Republic. That was not good. I was probably way behind. 24 is good. Yeah, you're good. 5,000 for Hong Kong. Just don't even trade. Swing trade only. Don't day trade with that. Chewy doing some stuff. Nvidia, just the staircase just down. Just like there's no whatsoever on this thing. How do you link your primary charts to your watch list? The anchor. So take the anchor from your montage. This little guy, click on that, click and hold, and drag it to your charts or the montage that you want to attach it to. So now when you click on your watch list, it'll change that montage and it'll change any charts that are attached to it. Tesla lower. Chewy. So see, so now I wish I had a strategy. I'm not sure if you guys do, to go short when things are trending, but I don't. Right, so things are trending down. I don't have a strategy on how to join the party here. I really don't. Anything will be a scalp type opportunity, and I see Nvidia throwing in more bids towards the bottom, so it wants to go lower. Like the bids keep getting lower and lower, so there's just no saving it right now on Nvidia. It's really just the drops continue here, man. Ooh. Tesla, GameStop, MSTR, IonQ. Is GameStop the only thing green? GameStop is the only thing green on my list. What's the best place to live in Jersey? Out of state. Not where I live. I'll tell you right now, do not move into North Bergen. Don't do it. The taxes are just ridiculous, man. You don't want to know what you pay here in taxes. It's considered one of the most expensive counties in probably all of the state and somewhere in the country as well. Excluding California, they're ridiculous prices, but just don't do it, man. There's so many beautiful places in Jersey, but not North Bergen County. Don't move there. It's not good. And what messes us up is the $1 million homes that are nearby. That's what throws everything off. So you got these houses that are 2.7. You got you see artists and stars flying into Teterboro. It's just they mess it up for the rest of us because they're taking up all this land and increasing the freaking prices. Way too expensive. Also, you're so close to the city, like you're right there. So that's people love that. POTR. But I do love this place, man. It's just nice. You get a little bit of everything. But there's better places out there if you're looking to move into any states. There's some really great states where what I pay for here for my house, man. In Texas, I could have like probably 30 acres. I don't know who wants to move to Texas, but yeah, it's the bang for your buck doesn't go too far here, my friend. That's for sure. But here's where family is, so here's where we're staying, and we love that. So gotta take the good with the bad. I have no idea because I don't drink it, man. The water. I come from New York, so I grew up in New York. We drink the water right out of the faucet, cleanest, best tasting water there is in the world. Here in Jersey, you try to drink it from the faucet, you could probably gonna puke and vomit your guts out. I don't know what's wrong with the water in Jersey, so we bottle everything here. Yeah, but I grew up in New York. I didn't grow up here, and the water is different. It's just insane. New York is awesome. Wow, 115, 114.92 on Nvidia. I am enjoying this here because this volatility is just amazing. Um, Man, look at the volume coming in now to kind of end the move a little bit here. Not end the move, to kind of stop some of the selling. Look at the buying there happening on that candle. So a little bit of green there. 2 million was put in on that bad boy. And it's not done. Friends, it is not done. Wow, it is not finished. It is not done selling off. 114.54 coming up. I know some of you guys had 114 on your levels. Did not expect this coming into the market open today. Did not expect this at all. Tesla dropping some more. And the only thing green is GameStop. Everything has officially gone red for me as far as the watches I have here. MU is the only thing that's barely holding. But everything is red. Everything is red. UPS just shot up. They normally don't move. What was UPS? Yeah, they normally don't get a lot of action. They must have some good news that they feel they're. Oh, but said they've been getting crushed. They got crushed yesterday, as you can see here. They've been getting destroyed. So, yeah, a little bit of some up action, and you got an area of support there. So that could be pretty good. But yeah, they're definitely moving higher. Javier, sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, it was not a great trading day for us, but so far the week has been good. So I'm not going to worry. Again, remember, and I don't know you know this. It doesn't matter. Single trades, I could care less about a single trade. Yes, we want to make good trades. We want to win, but we care less about individual trades. We care about the picture, the whole big picture, right? The month. We care about the quarter. A trade doesn't mean anything, right? So the fact that we lost 2 trades today, that you had a bad day today, lost a couple of trades, we don't care, right? We care about how we're going to end the month. We're going to come back tomorrow with the same plan, same strategy, and just go crush it, right? But individual trades don't matter, guys, at all. And I learned that the hard way. It took me a while to learn that, and not just learn it, because we all learn, but just believe it. Like, you have to believe that your individual trades doesn't matter. It's the big picture, right? So we're having not a great month since February. February was awesome. So we're having a decent month as we ended up here. But last week was good. This week was it's okay. What I saw last week too is like all my early trades were bad, and then after like 10:30 we got into these really good trades. So but this week we got early trades that actually worked out, except for today. But yeah, just again focus on the big picture, right? I do MP, but again, my situation is different. My situation is very different because when I think about someone that has to trade full time to make enough money to live full time off of trading, if you got kids, you have to have benefits. You have to have, a whole lot of things that, full time trading might not provide right away. Okay, so yeah, I trade full time, but I don't have debt. My wife covers the benefits. She works at a hospital, so we get amazing benefits. She works in HR. So she's been there for years. So, yes, I work full time, but I don't have to make, 500 a year. I can make 150, 160. Remember, Uncle Sam is coming for you, and be okay. No, you don't want to go private insurance, man. Have you looked at private insurance here in Jersey? It's like 30 grand. I'm not spending 30 grand in private insurance. No way. No. Not doing that. Once we start making 2 million a year, yeah, maybe we could do that, but not now. Not now, my friends. No. So yes, I did look into that. Trust me, I did, and it's just it's insane. All right, Tesla. Let's look at the 1 minute. See what we got going on here on Tesla. We are pulling back a little bit, but market's just kind of stutter stepping at the moment. Nvidia 114.45. That's another level in our charts here. That 114.54. But I'm really not going to trust a just V reversal. We want to see a really nice clean double bottom. We need to see some consolidation. Oh yeah, Europe is more. Yeah, man. Here it's insane. It's insane. It is wild. Crowd health is great. Oh, yeah. No, man. It's not as inexpensive as you think. So it all depends on your lifestyle. Now, somebody younger me, no kids, no wife, no mortgage, no this, no that. Oh, absolutely, I'm full trading all the time. And I have a Lambo, absolutely. Single, no kids, no problem. Married, kids, 40 years old, risk management has to be a little bit less than what some of the young cats could do. It's different. It's different for everybody. So when you say full trading, it all depends on your lifestyle and what you are responsible for. I'm responsible for 3 little peanut heads. Like, I can't be swinging from the fence. No, I can't do that. I got to be responsible. So it depends on where you're at in your lifestyle. The younger, the more risk you could take, and the less you could live on. So it's a lot. It's a lot you got to consider. But I always tell people, don't worry about that right now. Start part time. Start slow. Look at it as a source of income. And also keep in mind, one thing you're gonna learn once you do it for a couple of years, the next thing you're gonna do is, okay, what else can I get income from, right? So you start looking at other business opportunities and just to increase your income, have all the source of income. That trading does teach you that, because you're gonna have some bad months, and if you have other income you can rely on, that's awesome. So always start part time, see it as a source of income, and then how can you add more sources of income? So if you have a job, keep that job as a source of income. Add trading, and now you got 2. Buy a small apartment, rent it out. Now you got 3, and see if you could start a business that makes sense, because you're gonna have a lot of time free, like I do right now, and that's 4. So keep your mind open. Don't fall for these. I'm gonna start trading and just do nothing. It's boring. You're not gonna enjoy that. All right, let's see. So coming up here, Nvidia. Okay. All right. We're not going to overtrade. We're not going to do that. But we do like Nvidia right here. We do like Nvidia if we can get a retest. We're not going to trust this just V reversal here. Yes, I do, Daniel. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I do. I have bought a condo at a really good price. And so I have that. It's rented. I'm working on another deal that's still giving me a hard time. Another investment unit. So yeah, I'm working on a couple of things. So yeah, you have to. All right, Nvidia. Here we go. Let's see. So I'm looking at Nvidia for a possible reversal, but we don't want to see this. We want to see this come back and retest. And watch now. Now it's not going to retest. It's probably going to go and leave us behind. But that's okay. I'm not a great reversal trader, so I got to know what I'm good at. This is not really what I'm good at, so I got to be patient and wait for good quality setups. But the SPY is pushing higher. Tesla's moving here. GameStop up 15% on GameStop. My goodness. Andrew just keeps adding. He's just adding. He's like, I'm just going to add. Not add here. Take some partial. So he got in below the VWAP long, took a partial around at 28.97, another one around 29.22, got long again after that, and he's still in it right now looking for the break of the high of the day. So really, Andrew is aping today. Yes, Andrew's being an ape. He's he's doing history on GameStop this morning. So good stuff. Apple. How are we doing with my swing trades? Let me see. Took a couple of swing trades last night. Let's see how we're doing. Long-term stuff, nothing fancy. Let's see here. Okay, all right. So I don't know why I took this stock. I took some shares on HUHU. This is like a fintech company. I don't know why I got into this thing, but it's working, so whatever. But it's a horrible ticker and Poly company. Nvidia. Okay. What are we doing, Nvidia? What's the plan? 10:30 coming up. What is ideal here? What are you thinking? I never heard of that either, man. I was just I every night, not every day, throughout the day after I'm done with this, I start scanning through stocks to find good opportunities for a possible short. Usually, the companies that are that have had some kind of downturn and are going sideways for a little bit, and their potential is to be higher. And I just take swing trades, and so far this year has gone pretty well. I just started doing that probably a couple of months ago. This year is actually working out pretty nice. Tesla was our big winner last week. That was awesome. But yeah, man, you gotta have a passion for this, right? Like you really gotta have a passion for this trading stuff, man. But you can't let the passion overtake the trading. That's important. Like you can't just be getting in on a trade just because you're passionate about it. So it's a balance. It's a balance. All right, so I'm feeling good about being patient, right? We're pulling back on Nvidia, so I'm feeling a little nice here. Let's see if we can actually hold and go for a reversal, but I'm gonna be very patient with the process. All right, let's take a look. Markets are turning green. SMCI, PLTR reverse. SMCI. It's holding, right? We had a great short. It's just kind of holding here, but everything was a really great short. So there was not really a whole lot of buying today into, we had our Tesla and then the markets messed that up. But yeah, everything's supposed to short. So kind of holding right now. Maybe can reverse. We'll have to wait and see. PLTR, Nvidia coming back down to that 114.54. We'll have to wait for like a good retest. Like we'll have to retest and then show that it really wants to hold here. It might not be ready for a reversal until probably 11. So I'm just setting my expectation that this might not happen for a very, very long time. In some cases, it might consolidate and we might see the reversal at noon. So we might be watching this one for a long time today. So we'll see. Waiting for confirmation on Tesla reversal on the 1 minute. Yeah, Jeff, but just be careful on the 1 minute. I feel like the 1 minute, well, it depends on your strategy, right? I feel the 1 minute could be very noisy at times and give you false indications. Like the 5 minute, if you look at it here, this actually looks pretty good. Higher highs, higher lows. Actually looks pretty nice here. So if you're looking for the 1 minute for confirmation, that can actually work out because the 5 minute does look great. Again, but I think we're at the mercy of what the overall market is doing given this semi news. So you got to be careful. But this looks good. Like I want to jump in here. I really do. Higher highs, higher lows. I think it can get to at least VWAP. But we're just at the mercy of whatever this news wants to do. So I'm not in for that. But the technicals are looking really good, Jeff. So I do see you looking here. It looks good. If you're looking to reverse back to the low of the day, I don't see it. But again, I'm not great. I'll be honest. I'm not great at these reversals. So I'll take your word over mine ASAP if you're thinking about going back to the low of the day. But I don't see it here, man. It's almost possible breakout. The news is not in NVIDIA. It's on China. I think China semis that are doing some stuff here. So I think that's what's going on. This is why you saw AMD, MU. AMD started it. They started the problem here. Look at AMD. It was like the first one. I said, okay, we're just going to sell off. And they just went. And they sold off pretty nice here. All right, over on our likes right now over on YouTube, friends. Nice, almost 300. We're just right there. So if you haven't had an opportunity to hit that thumbs up, I appreciate it if you could do that. I'm gonna hit it myself. I know, horrible. Yes, 293. So I hit it myself as well. So I'm with you. But we'd love to get those likes up. Really, really appreciate it. And we'll see Andrew in just a bit here. Andrew's going to come on with Brian, take us through some of the stuff he did, if he's in any trades, answer some questions. So make sure to stick around for that. because I could see what he's doing, but I'm not hearing him. So I think it was, what was it, a few days ago? I was watching Andrew and I thought he had a great day. I'm like, oh man, you crushed it. He comes out like, yeah, I had the worst day ever. So I'm like, oh man, I misread those charts. So I misread every chart he had out there. So, let's stick around to see what he had. Yeah, I was like, oh shoot. Because if he had a bad day, I'm not going to ask him like, oh, like so excited. Yeah, I had a great day. How was your day? I'm going to be, no, yeah, I had an okay day. And how was your day? But he came out like, oh, worst day. I'm like, oh shit. Oh man, Kevin, take care, man. Good to see you. I'll see you tomorrow as well. Webinar day today is no, today's Wednesday. Is it? I think it's Thursday, right? Are we doing laptop? Today's Wednesday. Laptop day. Laptop day. Today's Wednesday. Oh yeah, today's Wednesday. Oh, sorry for those that left. We had 200 people bail. Okay, you guys got lucky. You got more more chances to win. So yes, put in laptop. But we got to get the likes up, right? When Andrew comes back here, he's got to see a good number, right? Well above 350. Can we get 400? So then he's just focused, like, oh yeah, we hit the number. Let's get the laptop running. He's at home, so he can run his little program. When he's in the office, he can't really do that. So yeah, let's get the comments, get the likes up, and yeah, let's do it, man. Let's get a laptop or whatever stuff he has in his goodie bag for us today. Let's get that going. All right. As far as stocks this morning, we are looking at Tesla possibly holding and reversing here. I do like it for a possible reversal back up to VWAP. These reversals, a stop I feel like has to be very wide to 73.96. We don't want to see the new low being made here. This looks good. I want to go long here. I really do, because I think that this is a good risk to reward. Might not be the best entry, but it's a good risk to reward to get to VWAP. Just thinking. Let's see here. Level 2, I'm not seeing any big imbalance on level 2. What's the SPY doing? SPY's trying to pull back. Have we had enough? Have we had enough with the sell-off? I think we had enough. All right, I'm going to go long here. Stop. I'm going to give this a white stop, so a little bit less shares than what I normally would take, but we got to give it enough to about at least 273.24. And this might take a while, so I'm ready to hold on to this for a very long time. As far as it going sideways, up and down, this might really hold on until we actually start getting the momentum in the other direction. So long Tesla. Let's see if we get the pop above 280, above the VWAP will be awesome. But I think it's gonna take some time. Let's see here. We'll see how laptop. Yeah, laptop day, guys. Let's get the laptop. Let's get the likes up. Laptop day today. And we'll get Andrew to run his little program. Tim, I appreciate it, Tim, thanks for their first super. Oh, it's the first super on the live stream for us. But yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate the donation. We gotta find out what we do with that. I know before we used to just donate it out to a charity. We pick a charity every month and we just donate whatever you guys give. And we had Andrew put half of it. So whatever you guys did, we had Andrew put match it actually, and then we will donate it to a different group every month. I forget how we do with that. We should start that again. That was nice. You gotta give. You gotta give. Strongly believe in that. You get what you give, so that's important. We could do that too. Yeah, we could actually. Yeah, we could take that and donate it to more laptops, right? No, but we're actually donating to actual charities, like kids or research for like cancer stuff like that. Like every month we'll pick a. We should do that. That was fun, man. We gotta do that. I gotta talk to Andrew. See if you want. I know it's a lot of work. I know you gotta track it, you gotta manage it, but I'll do it. If they give me the access, I'll do it. So. Okay, humble stock trader. Yeah, the laptop overseas, the shipping is an issue. I'll be honest. So if you are overseas, if we can get you maybe some kind of membership package, We'd rather do that because it's more expensive to actually ship the laptop, than the actual laptop. So it gets a little tricky. I'm exaggerating, obviously, but if we can get your membership or something else, would be great. But yeah, the laptop overseas is a little tricky. It depends who you are. Like if you're in Europe, it's not a problem. But if you're like, I don't know, in Antarctica, yeah, it might be a little bit of an issue getting you a laptop. I know nobody lives there, but I like to exaggerate sometimes. Membership, yeah, membership is great. Get the membership, learn how to make, good trades, and get yourself several laptops. Learn how to fish instead of just getting the fish. So I think that's more important. Um, but decide if a laptop is going to be what gives you that big difference. If you don't have a laptop, then yeah, send money. No, we never send money. That's never good. That's never good. Can expense that, huh? Send money. That's not good business practice. All right. Let's see. All right. So Tesla is grinding slower. Very patient with this one. I know it's gonna take time. But it'll be nice to get to 280, and it'll be nice to see at the end of the day. Hopefully, we can hold this on to the end of the day, and see where it goes. Can you send to the 51 states? Are you including Canada in that 51 states? What are you including? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. For my Canadian friends, I love you guys. I really do. Um, Canada is awesome. Yeah, we could do 51 states. Yes. Yes, we can. Because, like, if you live in Hawaii, we'll just order from the Amazon in Hawaii there, I guess, right? I mean, I don't know how they do it. Just assuming it's that simple. And does Hawaii have Amazons? Do they get Amazon orders? Is it big enough? How everyone signed up? Signed up to what? For the laptop? All you have to do is slam that like button, subscribe, and make sure you comment. Just put anything in the comments, and you're in. You're in for the laptop drawing. All right. Tesla doing his thing. Come on. You guys in the US can be the 14 province. Yeah, right. Oh man. How many you have that many provinces in Canada? How many? I thought it was only four. Like, is it British Columbia? I mean, what's a province? It's like within the. I didn't think you had that
How are
many.
you? How are you,
Hey,
Carlos?
good man, good. Doing good, my brother. Trying to see
How's
if Tesla can reverse here. I saw you trade on GameStop, man. Wow.
Yeah, I'm killing it on GameStop, man. I am actually very profitable on GameStop. John, how are
Yeah.
you?
No, John's not here. He was here. He was here. He had to leave for PCAP, but I'm getting some bad feedback. Is that you, Brian? Um. hmm. Okay,
Uh,
hold on. Let me check something.
John's always having issue with microphone. I don't know why.
Uh, yeah, I just muted Brian. It's coming from you, Brian. It sounds really shady.
Brian needs, yeah, Brian also needs to do the micro mute the chat room. So,
That could be it. Okay, so
how
sound is in
how
the
did you
chat room.
trade, Carlos? How did you
Yeah,
trade?
I traded okay, man. Actually, I had a stop loss on Tesla, and then I went long when you went long. But then the market just kind of derailed us,
Yeah,
man. But we went long around the same time. I have it. Where is it? Right over here. So here's my trading. So again, went short here, got stopped out. Then went long with you. You went around this area actually, and took a partial, then got stopped out because everything just became a short. But I'm long now. I'm long now for the reversal. We'll see if it goes back above VWAP. So we'll see. This will take a while to get going here.
yeah, very
But yeah,
nice.
man.
Um,
Let
is
me get your
Brian?
screen up here.
Is
No. Brian, can you let me 1 second. Let me get his volume. Hey, Brian. Every time I unmute your mic, it's really bad. Can you disconnect vMix and connect back again?
He has a funny voice. Sure.
Yeah, yeah. That's weird. It's weird. Um, but let's see if it reconnects. If it works better. All right, Andrew. I
All
got
right.
everybody excited for laptops, and I'm glad you had a great day because that makes it easier. So everybody in
Yes.
YouTube is like ready to go. They're hyped.
The laptop, huh?
Yeah,
How are
laptop
you
or
doing?
membership.
How are you doing, Phil? Right there. Um, you guys don't want to pay $1 to join the chat room.
Yes, yes, yes. Awesome, Brittany. Yep. Let's make sure we do this. So yeah, so let me give you guys Andrew's Instagram, guys. I'm gonna give you the link now so you guys can join and follow him because he does giveaways there too. Since you guys want free stuff, once in a while he does giveaways on there. So Instagram.
So I'm still long GME. I'll keep an eye on also my GME. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
so make sure guys to like the channel, like the video, so you would be in there. Be in there. Otherwise, you won't be in the draw.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. Did we fix the Brian sound?
Okay, he's back. Let me see.
Yeah,
Hey,
are
Brian.
you back?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
beautiful,
I
man.
was,
Oh, perfect. Okay, I'll hop
yeah,
off and let you guys
I
to it.
I just needed to restart VMix because everything was muted. So
sometimes it's
that was a
acting
problem.
weird. Very nice. Very nice.
All right. Good day. How's everyone doing today? Quite the quite the sell-off today. As soon as we broke down,
Humanity.
yeah, as soon as we broke down from that pre-market low, it just seemed like the floodgates opened.
The humanity.
No kidding.
Right, so we're ready for the laptop. We'll give it, make sure that guys like the YouTube um, or membership, whatever that you think it would be good for you. The positions that I have, I'm still in GME. See if GME stopped me out or not. What's my average? Let me quickly, before we move on with that, let me make sure that the GME is actually not
Hmm.
stopping me out. Yeah, NVIDIA is, yeah, I'm also long on NVIDIA, but I think I'm going to get stopped out on that. Cindy, you shorted Tesla very nicely. Why everybody traded nice today except me?
Yeah, I just Nvidia was the good trade for me here. Shorted Nvidia. Tesla chopped me up a bit at the open there.
Still, GME is, I mean, I still haven't lost my hope on GME to move on. Still long on GME. Let's see if this activity this time is going to take it up. So here we go. We're gonna go to GME. Guys, in a few minutes, we're gonna do the membership or laptop away. Let's see if GME can break the high of the day, actually. So I'm long GME, fairly big size.
Yeah, hopefully that'll $30 target price.
29.50, I'm sure we're gonna be the first.
Yeah. SPY is kind of rolling over again here. See if it's if we're going to find maybe a double bottom or a higher low, or if we're just going to keep selling off. We've already lost sort of a key level from yesterday, previous yesterday's low. Now that yesterday's low is almost now is basically now resistance.
Yes, Robert. The YouTube is delayed. Let's see if Jared analysis is right or not. So 29.50, I'm sure there's gonna be some amazing big ask on it as well. 29.50. So there's big ask at 29.50. We will see that obviously very nicely here. Yeah, when we have such a beauty. There you go. We popped up. So now I'm partialing 29.64. I think the next one would be very big on 30. Boom.
Right. Just took a bit of a long on the market there. So on that pullback, and now we've had a nice bounce. It's trading SPX options. So just I was looking for that higher low on that pullback.
All right, let's watch GME to 30. I really need to see the humanity by my own eyes, the greatness of Allah to hit the 30.
And I thought it was pretty cheesy for them to suggest they were going to become a Bitcoin. You're going to invest in Bitcoin.
GME.
Yeah, the SPY had a nice retest there. I've the SPX puts or and calls are really volatile, so I'm out of all of them except one. Just going to hold one and just see if we can get through this yesterday's low, which right now is resistance, sort of 573.70 on the SPY.
So SPY is bouncing back, Qs are bouncing back. See my
Yeah,
NVDL is
getting a nice
still on
great
NVDL.
bounce here.
Yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit more on my NVDL as well. What about Tesla doing? Yeah, Tesla bounced back nicely
Yeah,
as well.
Tesla's bouncing back. Oh, nice. Here we go with SPY. It did get through yesterday's low. I'll take it.
Uh, 30. You can get the 30. We have 5 minutes before we finish this session and we give the laptop or membership away. Or giving 1 year membership. Who wants membership? Let's do a poll on the things. Carlos, can you run a poll and see if, who wants more membership or?
Yeah. Let's see.
How do you
On
do
YouTube,
that? Engage. Yes. Oh yeah, start a
there's
poll.
a way to
Yeah.
do it on YouTube.
Yeah. What do you like?
Yeah. Let's see if I can do it.
I'm gonna do membership.
Oh, you're doing it on your end?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see what the YouTube wants.
See what everybody wants.
Yeah. Membership. It's interesting. People are calling membership. Nice. Like that. People don't want
That's good. Yeah, I like
that's
that.
that. People don't want things. People want things education. I
People
love
want to
that.
learn. They want
People want to learn.
education. They want to learn.
Everybody has a laptop. Yeah, everybody's having a laptop. True. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay, so we are okay, guys. Vote now before it gets too late. Go vote, 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 vote. We are going to do things, and while we're doing that, GME is gonna hit the 30. Let's do it. Let's do it. Now, guys, knowledge is power. I like that, Saber.
Yeah.
Go 10, 13, 12, 10. Make sure that you guys are in there. Boot camp. Yeah, we can do boot camp as well. Sayed Hashemi. MashaAllah. Congratulations. There you go. Yeah, well, congratulations. Email me. We are going to give you what you
All
asked for.
right.
Congratulations. Yeah, so GME, that was a very nice trade on GME. So I did 3 trades on GME. The first trade was this trade actually, I'm making my presentation for the TEDx and the summit. I think there's a lot of information and screenshots that I have on GME. So we can actually have part of my presentation. I'd like to discuss about these trades that I did on GME and what I actually saw. So yeah, today I'm going to finalize my presentation. Because if I don't finalizing it today, I can never really
Yeah, we've got our big summit coming up starting Friday, 2 days away. It's going to be amazing. Looking forward to that.
those going up there. All right, so Paris is coming. Paris had a very nice trade on Tesla. So if you want to see the schedule for the summit, I'm gonna actually posting it here in the chat room and also in the YouTube. So Thanks, Brittany. Thanks for supporting our thanks for supporting on things. So this is actually
Hmm.
interesting because we ran a poll, and the poll in the chat room. So here's the poll. You can actually see on my screen. The result of the poll is that people prefer membership. 350 votes. 70% of the people want a membership. Very little people want to actually the summit. Sorry, the laptop. So everybody's having a laptop. So the membership and education is more important. Yeah, so we are actually excited for the summit. Everybody's coming. I think Peter is flying. Everybody's flying soon. Mike is flying in there.
Hmm.
And we're going to have a really, really good TEDx
Yeah.
summit. So the VIP people are starting coming tomorrow. They're invited to my place. And then we have Friday, the breakfast. And then we go backstage. You see the rehearsal runs. And the main event starts on Saturday at 9 a.m. at Paradox Hotel. So if you have the ticket, so we're going to send an email to everybody. But we'll see you Saturday morning. So yeah, super green. My
Yeah.
day is green actually. GME, I made good money on that. So I'm actually green for the day.
Oh, good. Awesome.
And
Yeah, I
yeah, hanging
managed
in
to
there.
have a good day too. NVIDIA was really nice short.
Yeah, awesome. So we're gonna see you guys. So handing
Yeah.
over to Paris for YouTube, and we're gonna hand.
Yeah, hand things over to Paris, and yeah,
In the
enjoy.
chat
Have
room.
a good rest of the day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Remember, guys, last chance to join us, Vancouver. Things are getting very serious. So I'm super excited. And yeah, looking forward to see you guys. Cheers.
All right, guys. Paris is locked in. Um, Let me go ahead and disconnect from chat. And Thor will be in the chat room, and Paris coming on here. Hey, Paris, how you doing, my friend?
Hey, Carlos, good. How are you?
Good, good. I thought you were not available today. I was ready to cover for you.
No, I texted you from Thursday, tomorrow.
Oh, you put 326, which
Yeah.
is today.
Oh,
So I
three.
was,
Ah,
so I'm like, oh man.
my bad.
I'm
It was
like,
327. Sorry.
when you text me last night and you told me 326, I'm not
Ah,
available. I'm like, okay, so that's a pretty tight heads up, but I got you, brother. I got your back.
sorry, man. Sorry. Yeah, I messed up. Like I said Thursday, but I said 326. My bad.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. All right, cool. I'll let you to it. Once you share your screen, it should come up here. And
Oh yeah,
yeah,
right.
man.
So
Hopefully you
let
had
me.
Andrew mentioned you had a great day today.
I killed it with my girlfriend, and yeah,
Very
she
nice.
keeps giving, and I had an amazing day.
Awesome, awesome. I'm
People on
long.
YouTube, you guys have to tell me who my girlfriend is. So that's where,
Oh, they had to guess who your girlfriend is today.
yeah, I'm a very loyal to my girlfriend, so it's it's Tesla, right? Yeah, of course.
Tesla, very nice. Well, I'm being loyal to your girl too, because I am in long Tesla here.
Very
So we'll
nice,
see.
very
Yeah, I'm
nice.
long for reversal. I'm gonna see if we can get up above the V up. Will be really nice. So cool, man. Oh wow, I'm just looking at your trade.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Wow.
I'm currently long Nvidia, guys. I'm currently long Nvidia for a reversal. Uh, I think it's gonna pop. I added more at 115.20. That's where it was holding up pretty nice. So I'm looking for 115.80 as my uh major exit, and then maybe to VWAP and then 116.80. Rahul. Yeah, I don't mind sharing, Rahul. You can share. Uh, Adrian. Come on. Uh, so jokes aside, I don't mind sharing my Tesla girlfriend. Let's say that. Uh, so I'm currently long Nvidia from 115, and I want to see if it breaks to the upside to 115.80. That would be my first. I want to see it hold. Anything below 115.20 is like a red flag for me, is because that's where I saw a buyer stepping up. So I don't want it to go below 115.20. 115.15 would be my 115.15. 115.12 is my average. So I have some room. I'm thinking of adding more on Nvidia. Yeah, I think it has a good bounce. Yeah, it did bounce really well. Let's see if it has that continuation. Did close this. Hold, hold, hold. Did not hold. And I see a lower and lower bids, which is not a good sign. And that's what I'm not willing to add more because I see lower and lower bids on it, but usually these bids are just trying to manipulate a lot of times. So, but the time and sales doesn't lie. If I see a buyer stepping in, then I would want to get in more. Yeah, I'm adding more, guys. I'm adding more. I'm adding more for the break of 115.50. 44 is 42. Yeah, I dropped it. Now my average is 115.16. Let's see if it holds here. I want to see it holds here. One 40. 40 is trying to hold. The bids are stepping up. 44. Very nice. The bid skipped. Now let's see if it tries for 50. 45. 44 is holding. So 44 is the area where there's a new buyer who is 44, 42 area is the buyer that who's trying to step up. Let's see if it pops up. Pop. Boom. Let's see. Let's see it holds. I wanted to break the 50 and then hold. 46, 45. Yeah, 44 again. 51, break. Let's see if it breaks and hold. It's not able to hold properly, so that's not good. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, currently now the sellers are taking over. Now it would do a pullback. Maybe let's see where it holds again. There are definitely buyers who are trying to step up, for sure. But I wanted to lift 50 and then hold above 50. That's what I would want to see. 50, it is going, it breaks 50, 55. 55 again. Higher ask there. Let's see if it squeezes to the upside now. Now it's showing some interest of holding. Now it seems like it want to break to the upside. It's 52 again. Yeah, it's 50 is trying to hold. Let's see if at 50, there is definitely a buyer at 51 again. So 44 stepped up to 51. Let's see if 51 holds. Okay, so let's see if it squeezes. 60. Let's see if it breaks 60. Again, 60 was a seller, trying to hold 51. It's trying to break the 50s. Yeah, drop to 51 again. Yeah, so they're still definitely trying to step up, but they're attracted by all the selling pressure. So let's see if it squeezes to the upside. 51 lifted again. Now it's gonna break 60, guys. I think very good chance it breaks 60 now. Very good chance it breaks 60 now. So 60, break, 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 break. 60. Boom. Selling some. It did. Selling above 60. So that's step away from Apple. Nate, when was I in Apple? Do you think it will get back to VWAP and hit resistance? I definitely think so, but I definitely see a selling pressure at 60, but I keep seeing buying at 50 and 44. And if it drops, then 30 would be the level. My average is 115, 16. And I have that area, but if I'll get out if it's not able to hold properly. Ideally, I want to see like the buyers step up, continue to step up, but reversals is not my forte either. So when things are, I'm trying to see and trying to get the levels that are trying to buy, I want to see the continuous buying and the buyers step up. And if I am not able to see that, then uh, I would rather get out. Yeah, now it dropped 44 too. So the buyers that were trying to buy earlier, uh, so 42 is now, yeah, 42 is actually holding. 44, 42 is holding, trying to hold. You see this, guys, 44 was a very good a hell bid scenario too. 44 was trying to hold. Again, drop to. And now this lower and lower bids are not making a good sign either, to be honest. I saw the time and sales from the buyers at 44, but these level 2 are making me hesitant. So would I add more? I don't think so. So it dropped 44 that was trying to buy. Now the sellers would take over, the buyers would give up. Let's see where it holds again. So 32 held, the buyer stepped up again. Oh, boom, boom, like somebody bought back again. I like that. I like that buying domination. I like the dominating buyer. That means he's controlling the float. He's controlling where he wants to get in and get out to get better entries. It could be like it comes back and generate liquidity again because a lot of people would try to get in here. But I can tell it's trying to generate the float. Sorry, create a liquidity. Yeah, this is not a good sign for me. I might have to get out. So 32 was holding before. Let's see if it holds again. No, it dropped. And these are like minor holds. Like these are not like very strong holds. So you have to understand that just as a 32 hold and drop doesn't mean like you change your or thesis behind it. So like for example, I'm long, but on a short period of time, I keep seeing 60 was a seller, then 44 dropped to like 32 was a buyer that was trying to hold, and now it dropped to, and now they are trying to step back up. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get a better feel of what the markets are trying to do, what the imbalance of the stock is. Currently, what I see is in this particular like past 3 minutes, the buyers are trying to step up, but they're not aggressive. The people who are aggressive are the sellers who are trying to step down continuously. Even that buyer who stepped up at 32 popped up to 52 very quickly, but the sellers take over again. So now what I'm trying to do is my long thesis could like is not looking good. Uh, and it could easily pull back to 115 and even go lower overall. Like, what is the trend tell? Like, a lot of times it's if I just plot this thing right here, it might come back to this area and then form like a trend which is trying to trend up. But yeah, but just with my ads and everything, my average is at like 115, 16 now. So I'll get out if it turns out and it goes against me. Ideally, technically, it should be below 115 or below 114.80, but I don't want to hold it to that point because I'm already up on the day. I am doing really good on the day, and I wanted to see very quickly if it pops to 115.80 for the momentum, but it never even had that strength to pop to 115.80 that I was looking at, and then go to VWAP. So yeah, that's what my no, Daniel, I don't filter anything or how I read it. It's like there are a lot of concepts to it. So I would definitely ask you to check out the trading terminal. There's a full-fledged 16 hour course with, real-time videos and examples of how you want to look into it, understand the concept first. So check that out. And I think it would be, one trade would, you know, help you recover uh, for all your, it's a skill. It's definitely a skill that you wanna master. Yeah, Daniel, you can absolutely check that out. There are a lot of courses out there, and I haven't had a single negative feedback from the course, and it's been the best selling course out there in the trading terminal, and I haven't had a single person coming back uh, that it wasn't a value add. So now these are stepping up again. So let's see if it has a continuation. I want to see some continuation, pop up above 44 again and hold again, and then pop up above 50 again. So I want to see that. Let's see, this could just be a pop and drop too. And I want to see it start, the buyer starts, like the algorithm or the buying the buyers who are trading through algorithms too, they tend to have this switch of trying to get back in again. So that's what I want to see on the tape. The SPY is selling off, so that's not a good sign. But Nvidia definitely has that relative strength of buyers. But we'll see how it goes. If it comes to my break-even point, I would get out. But I want to see it claims the 44 again. So now it's above 44. Now let's see if it has a continuation side to it. Yeah, Adrian. But I'm perfectly fine. You know, this, like, my stop loss was, like, my break even point was exactly at 115.16. This could have been the trend too. And I'm perfectly fine with that because I'm following the process eventually. What a bad drop. Yeah, that was a bad drop. That's what leads me to get out of the trade. If this doesn't buy back immediately, I'll be getting out. Okay, it popped up. Very good. That was a bad drop, but I want to see it very quickly bought back up. Very good. Let's see if it squeezes to the upside. Okay, I'm getting all out, guys. I don't like it. All out. All out. You see that, guys? The second I got out, that seller, that there was a very, very strong seller that was trying to drop the price. Now there's a lot of volume coming in. Like this, either there's again a buyer steps up again and breaks higher, but I don't want to hold it because that momentum is so excessive that it can actually bring the price further lower. And even though it pops up, right, because end of the day, I managed my position based on what I was looking for. It's still looking very strong though, but I don't want to get in because the momentum is against me. See the momentum that the volume right here dropped again. See 22, 20. The volume is 22 is holding right now. 22 is literally the thing. Now it dropped again. The momentum is on the downside now. Now that's what you call as a beauty of the tape, guys. You get out before you that move. I would have easily stopped out at break even right here. But this is where you take a profit, like from 16 to 50, which is like close to a 34 cents profit. And that's the beauty of the tape that you can tell. Yeah, level 2, and that was another case that I had that thing in my head. But how do you know beforehand? How do you know that this is gonna happen? And that's where the time and sales volume is gonna like grab you by the face and tell you that you know what I am trying to sell off or momentum on the downside, not on the upside. And I was talking my thought process on what I was seeing before actually taking that decision. See this, guys? Now the momentum is on the downside. Wow. Like I love these exits because it's they are basically decided based on what I see versus just anticipating something. Yeah, getting out with a profit before the disaster. So yeah. So yeah, now let me talk about Tesla, guys. Tesla was the trade of the day for me. So let's talk about Tesla today. So Tesla, I captured a $10 move on it with multiple ads. So let's talk about this. And let me bring up the Epic Pen. So now let's talk about it. I actually traded MU today. So MU was the top contender for me today for a long. MU had a relative strength. Nvidia was gapping down, but MU was actually uh, gapping up. And there was a news about MU catching up to the Nvidia semiconductor chip. And then what's the name of the chip? I forgot about the name. So that chip is basically and they're trying to streamline the process that they can come with the earlier to match up with what Nvidia offers. And maybe that was the news that was gapping, where Nvidia was gapping down and MU was gapping up. And I was very long biased on the thing. And looking back on the case, let's see. So the stock was sold off yesterday. Uh, where is my Epic Pen? I don't see my Epic Pen. Where did it go? Yeah, my system got. Oh, right here. Okay. I have like 6 screen, guys, so it's like I don't know where it pops up. So now everything is selling off. The market as itself is selling off. So, but let's talk about MU. So MU on a daily, what I want to see is, first of all, on a daily, This was not a good price action from a daily. It pops up and then get down, hold this area, like this is the area that it was holding. And now it was gapping up somewhere around here, 96 area. It was gapping up, it sold off, and now it was gapping up above the previous day's range, which is a very bullish sign, to be honest. And now I was looking for it to, if that gaps up and has a catalyst towards it, it can definitely go to 100. That was my thesis behind it. Now looking at the uh, uh, this thing, 30-minute chart, what I could tell is, okay, it's sold off yesterday, very nice. Now it's closed at the, like it bounced back really nice, held this, and now it's gapping up. And usually if you look at the 30-minute chart, these are the areas where it 95.50 was the area was rejected, and this was the area it was being bought back up, 94.50 again. And this 96 was the area that I was interested, 96. If it holds 96 and goes higher, it can actually go to 97.50 and then go to 100 eventually. That was my thesis on MU, that it would attract a lot of buying attention. But the second the market opened, this one, and 95.50 was the area that I was looking at. It literally bounced from this area, broke up, not a great. And then I was looking for a pullback to 96. That was my area of interest. I was looking for a 1 minute opening range break up. I got in, but then as soon as it broke this thing, I cut my size. The trend was still intact, and this area. So I cut my size. I went back in and then added more. And then I was looking, now I'm very sure it's going to pop up. And then it pops up again to the top of the range, now 196.50, 96.40, and then I sell some, then it comes back again. My stop loss is now like literally something around this area, like giving a little bit of room, 95.80. And then it tries to pop up again, sells at 96.40. I'm like, bro, this is not gonna continue. And then when I started seeing that sellers coming in, and I even did not even wait for my break even point, I got all out like I did in Nvidia just now with you guys. So I got out, did not make, and then once it drops to this thing, once it loses the opening range, then I'm not interested. Like I don't touch it because my bias, my thesis, and it's okay to be proven wrong about it, but I want to trade my thesis and I want to trade what my plan is. So, and once it does that, unless it comes back above 96 again and hold again, I am not going to touch the stock. So that's my process of trading. Now let's look at Tesla. So then after I was very confident on this, and Tesla, I was short biased. Why I was short biased? Let's look into it. On Tesla, first of all, this bounce in a matter of 3 days, right here, 235 back to 290, and especially so it bounced. Now I want to
Green Airlines finalized Boeing wide body order for up to 50 wide body planes. That's BA Boeing.
okay, not a big deal. Okay, so I'm switching to this one. What I'm thinking is that it bounced from 230, it broke out from 250, which was a resistance right here, and then goes to 290, which was another area of resistance around this area when it lost. And now what I'm thinking is it could, if it would gap up above 290, then again it's a very good chance for a pullback. Or if it maybe it goes to 300 and then pull back later, there are multiple scenarios that are possible. If it was gapped up, then I would think goes to 300 and then sell off and either close below 290 or below this thing. But it was actually gapping down. It wasn't gapping up. And after it was gapping down, and the whole reason of it gapping down comes from a yesterday's chart. And I want to talk about that thing first. So if you look at the last 2 hours of Tesla, it was trading at 277 and then popped and closed to the highs of 290, right? So 288 was the close and then eventually went to 290 and then continued to sell off. So after that, it continued to drop, and there were multiple news on. I was listening to one of the news about Canada reducing, like, not giving any subsidies on Tesla EVs or everything. So they're removing that. That decreases the sales outlook. And on Tesla, and of course there are other news which are also this thing. But the recent news that I was listening to today was that. But also in my head, I am thinking that if it has to buy, like, if this, I consider that as a pop, the good pullback would be 285. So if this is the previous day open, which dropped and then was bought back up, and if it has to pop, then the good area is 285 that it wanna hold. And it did in the pre-market, it did pop up of 285, and I was like, okay, it has to hold 285. If it doesn't, then it turns out to be a very good short. So 285 comes an important level. Then 280 was the area that did not break multiple times yesterday, and that becomes a very important level. And then it bounced from 275 multiple days. So 275 and where it did. Yeah, so if you look at 275 right here, what did so right here, you see this? This is where 275, like couple of days before, 275 held for the entire day, and then it was broken out. So 275 becomes a very important level for me. Then that's what I'm interested in. So now what I want to see is I want to trade 285. If it claims above 285, I might think about going long, but not interested on the long side. I think from a daily standpoint, it deserves a pullback. And that's what a pullback on a daily could be a great short on a very short time frame. Like here, a pullback from this 288 to like 265, and then hold around this area 270, 265 would be a great pullback. And like on a shorter term, it could be a great intraday trade. That's what I would be interested in. And that's exactly what I was looking for. So I did got stopped out once on Tesla. So I did get stopped out once on Tesla. I was trying to short this. It did break out, looking for a pullback, opening range break down, and I'm like looking, okay, this has a chance to go down. It didn't, lifted, and then I shorted one more time. And then I was like, okay, this is a good area. I got my entry, rejected the 285. My stop loss is anything that closes above 280, sorry, 284.50. This is my level that I'm looking at. So if it closes about 284.50, I'm like gone. It very quickly, very short. I cut my size, but I was very close to getting stopped out right here. But then I wasn't. Then I got some out at the VWAP, and this is where, guys, if you do not like, if you want to understand the beauty of the tape reading, go back and watch the 282.50 area. Go back and watch the tape of 282.50. This would give you a lot of information every single time. And I was like there were bids were slamming, but the buyers kept holding at that price. And they were like, the bids were, I could tell it was aggressive, and that's why I kept shorting again, cutting more, shorting again, because it wasn't dropping. But the bids were so aggressive, the sellers were so, like, they were trying to step down, that but the buyers kept, like, wanted to fulfill it before they get out, and they kept absorbing. And a lot of times it tend to, it moves the other way around too, because the buyers could be so aggressive or so patiently buying at that price that they would move the price to the higher side. So I had to be very, to get in and get out, to cut my size, not be aggressive, because these pops, if it looks very small, but they were like $1 pop. And if you have seen my trading, I don't usually risk more than 50-70 cents on Tesla. And those pops, every single pop was being followed by a good rejection on Tesla. And the second it worked in your favor, that's where you are in the riding seat. And the second it dropped, it worked like a boss, and then pulled back, and then very, very squeezed to the downside. Now what do I do? I'm not done yet. I want to add more. Now it is a confirmation. Now any ad at the pullback where I see the sellers taking over, I'm going to add more. So 280, I added more, scaled out to 270, 250. This is where 275 was my final, what do you call, major exit. And then I was very hardly any share left. So I just scaled out right there. And then I started seeing some buying pressure as well. And from a measured move standpoint, this was a $5 drop, this was a $5 drop, and this was just extension. So I would want to see a bounce here, somewhere here, and then another $5 drop. Maybe I'll hold it, which would be the same thing overall. So yeah, so Tesla was the trade, and yeah, so that's pretty much on Tesla. Also, I'm glad, Hadeep. So now what is Nvidia doing? We can go to the 1 minute chart. So Nvidia is nothing doing much. So from a daily and a 30-minute chart. See, James. So how do I color code my time and sales? You just go to config, and then you can just decide the whatever you want to color code, the background color, the above ask, and whatever. Can you explain why sometimes the price is, for example, falling due to big orders and some small order return the price easily? Yeah, and there is a reason behind that. And the reason is that end of the day, the market makers are going to generate, like they are trying to generate value out of it, right? And a lot of times you'll see a lot of gaps as in there won't be like big buyer, but there would be a huge seller at a different price on the up price. So even a little bit of buying would actually pop the price up because they are trying to generate the liquidity, right? And sometimes, and that's why you'll see a lot of spread coming on that particular sale. Like sometimes you'll take a lot of effort to put the price down because it's not about the price going down, it's about the balance of the buyers and sellers. If there is are very balanced, like all the buying is absorbed by the selling, then it's like if they are more into the value area. But if there is an imbalance, that's where you'll see a lot of uh, those where it would take a lot of time for the price to drop. If the big seller would try to push the price down, but they won't be able to uh, pull the price down because there are all the buyers who are trying to absorb it. And then when the buyers step in, then the seller doesn't exist. So very easily, uh, the buyers would, and a lot, and that's the whole reason and breakouts work amazingly, right? Because the whole reason breakouts work amazingly is where, let us say, this uh, here, let us say, uh, yeah, you can ignore this because this was a hotkey error. And then, so let us say when this breaks out like this, And when it breaks out like this, you will see very quick move away from the price. Same with this, very quick move away from the price. Why does that happen? Because the buyers who were trying to buy at these areas now are done. So the sellers, so for the selling pressure to move, so there's only a one side imbalance. And one side imbalance, and that's why you will see those breakouts work very quickly in your favor. And that's why the price moves very quickly away from the price on the breakouts. If you see like a buying like here, like this area, I was trying to watch the tape right here, like there was buying, selling, buying, selling, buying, selling, and I wasn't convinced. But this is where I think I got my confirmation that now it's gonna go to pop higher than pop up. And I was looking for, if the buyers would have continued, it would have easily come to 116, 115, 18. That was the area I was looking at. Did we? Jen, do you not hear me? Can anybody, can all of you guys hear me on YouTube? Awesome, awesome. Yeah, so Jim, I think you want to refresh it. Yeah, I was a good man. I am a good man. Uh, so SPY is selling off. So guys, last call. People who want to join us in the Vancouver, join us. If you can, definitely do. Like, the amount are you gonna pay is just the amount just for the food. Forget about the presentations, the TEDx event, all the like folks you get to interact with. It's just for the food. Because I think Andrew, like when he organizes things, he spends well. And people who have been to the previous events, like last year, it happened around the same time. Like people were like surprised and shocked on how much value you get uh, from these events. I think Nvidia is looking to hold now 115. I don't want to get into another trade, but it looks good. The SPY is weak, but Nvidia looks like it wants to pop. 115 is trying to hold, it dropped. And I could just be a part of the chop. The 5-minute chart on Nvidia looks very bearish. Yeah, this looks very bearish. What did IUNQ do? IUNQ was IUNQ just continues to sell off. And now SPY is selling off too, another leg lower. I think good that SPY is selling off because I think it did go into the that would be a sustainable pullback. So it popped up right here from 550, popped up to 575, pulls back to 565, 570 area. That would be a good pullback. And then 565, I think 570 and 565 area is where it wanna hold, maybe a flush. Yeah, I think 565 would be a good pullback. And that's what you call a sustainable pullback. I think once this pullback happens, then if it's not able to pop higher, then you get a chance of another leg lower to 554. But if it breaks the 575, then you can go to 585. So who from YouTube is traveling to Vancouver? Who's coming? Anyone? Hey Lilika, good, good. Looking forward to see you. Do come to me and introduce yourself. I'll remember you. Daniel, nice. Samuel, Rahul, wow. I was looking for one or few people, but you guys, like, that's amazing. I'm looking forward to see you guys. Stripper pole. Bro, how do you know that? Uh, Rahul Datta. That's an inside joke, guys. I don't know how YouTube folks know this. Did I say something about it? Ah, that's why. Yeah, that's why, Dean. You're not supposed to bring that up in the YouTube chat. That's that's okay. Tesla selling off again. So I'm going to talk about the advanced price action. And you even see that. See my face, just below my face, there is a complete detail about what I'm going to speak. Uh, it's actually it's not about order flow, but yeah, it's more about the combined with the order flow and price action. What scanners am I using? One go, yeah, you have free scanners, tradingterminal.com. You get free scanners. I usually have like a paid version of Finviz where I scan, but I use TradeScat Trading Terminal as well. Yeah, I'm trying to cancel my subscription on Finviz. When you have some things for free, why do you want to pay for it? Yeah, Lan, I was, and it's been taking time. So I haven't been able to work on that, and going through that divorce process too, so it's taking a lot of my time that I'm unable to dedicate. What montage am I using? I'm sharing my screen on the montage, Samuel. This is my montage. This is, you can level 2 config, layout config, whatever. So this is a spy is selling off. What did PLTR do? PLTR must be selling off too. Yeah. Wow. What a sell off. This would have been a great trade on PLTR. Yeah, once it loses that VWAP, very nice. Then that real move comes in. Yeah, people who are interested in the course, guys, I think Team Babel Traders posted a link. Check that out. It's a that would train you with the skill set of tape reading. If you are very new to trading, I do not buy it. I don't recommend it. If you are like have good experience in trading, not good experience, at least you understand the basics, because I don't go over the basics in that particular course. It's an advanced course, and I do not want you to buy it if you're very new to trading. Get some experience, understand the basics of reading a chart, understand the basics of how to draw the support and trends and everything, and then get into understanding how to read the tape. So that's what I would recommend. So Tesla selling off again. Wow. Now again, there is a very extensive sell-off. Maybe some news or something, but yeah, I wasn't expecting that it would try to come back and break the low of the day. Same with Nvidia. Yeah, Nvidia broke the low of the day. What an amazing exit, man. I'm so proud of you, Paris. Uh, so Gopal Bera, the content-wise, it's close to 16 hours with real-time examples and concepts. But there are also weekly review sessions every Sunday, mentorship sessions, and then monthly tape review sessions on real time. So that would add up to like, maybe close to like 100 hours of content already. So every single week it keeps adding up, because I take sessions with all the people who are enrolled to it for the weekly live mentorship and the monthly tape review sessions too. So check that out. And you have all the recordings available in the course as well. Okay, guys, I think it's top of the hour. It's 58. My camera battery died, so I'll be wrapping it off. Trade safe. I'm traveling to Vancouver, so I won't be available until next week once I'm back. So take care, guys. Have a great rest of the day. See you guys in the chat room. And feel free to join the chat room if you can. Take care, guys.